Alright, and welcome back to Call of the Netherdeep here on Jasilionis Games. I am the DM Jasilionis, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it to the players with this brand new awesome art underneath me. Throw it to them to introduce themselves.
Hello. My name is Hunter, and I am once again here playing Morgen Megen, the witch cleric of the Raven Queen.
Then Ray.
And hello, I am Ray. I am playing Ludo, the paladin Aasimar seeking redemption.
Alright, I'm Matt. I'm going to be playing Saeryn Conundrum, also known as Arlo Morningwood, and I am the good luck wizard who's having a bad night.
I'm Aaron. I'm playing Mox, the Tabaxi gunslinger.
Alright. And with that, we will get to the recap of the last episode, where it started off with them deciding to go and hunt down Kier, the drow that escaped them from the day before, as they had broke the campsite the day after they had had a meeting with the blue dragon, Fulgura, hearing all about the red crimson dreams and the rage that haunts her, the connections with Perigry, the fallen angel, and all these other mysteries. But first, they had to get back to town, and they had to beat that drow before any reports got made otherwise, and so they could clear their name. As they got back to the site, Mox climbed down the gulch, found 100 gold pieces in a little pouch that had been tossed from the battle the day before, and then they followed the trail back through the Valley of Feral Hogs. What was the name again?
Piggy Gulch.
There it is, Piggy Gulch, which of course Ludo gets an inspiration for. There they had noticed tracks, or some obfuscation of tracks, so they had chased or trailed those up to a hollowed out tree stump where Kier had been hiding, and after a very quick confrontation where she died by a psychic glance, not a moonbeam, asterisk, after she had made mentions of Laurel that Megen had some connection to from the Shadowfell, and then it even noticed the Shadowfell brand tattoo markings, a magical tattoo that Saeryn had been able to identify that had given some sort of extra shadowy essence powers. On Pierre's body, they had found a note that saying, while in the desert, search for Perigry's blessing. Yet again, a mention of that angel. They had found 53 gold pieces, a golden spider sigil amulet with a large red ruby in the center, and Mox had yanked the crossbow and found a vial of drow poison inside. After looting, another wave of feral hogs, not as many as 30 to 50 this time, but they swarmed through, and eventually they avoided the raging swine and avoided that whole pitfall trap yet this time, and eventually made their way back to the city after discussing their plans of what to do. Upon entering through the gate, a small child, a kid that had been named Tyler with a very unfortunate spelling, seemed to consult a piece of paper after seeing Saeryn, a satyr, and was holding a copy of a very familiar piece of paperwork that anyone would recognize from the last episode thumbnail. We'll put that up here. But there had been a bounty put out for a reward for that satyr, and it appears that perhaps the Tenaran Hyphanos had made it to the city finally. The gang headed back to the Debt's Respite to try and catch a break, but with a brief bit of confusion and maybe lack of clarification on my part, apologies, they had discovered that Treve Bonebreaker, the bartender at Debt's Respite, was the one that they were to make the report to. This is after Saeryn had done some shopping, got a cloak, and then Saeryn in a panic ran back out of the bar. Wow. Morgen summoned her bird to sit on Ludo's shoulder while he told story of feral hogs while Mox sat there and drank. in a very confusing scene that left the bartender scratching his head when just a moment later, Kier came walking back in through the front door just as haughty as her normal self and demanding that they end up being the one to report to the city for about the job. A very unusual bit of affair, but it worked well enough. And that they had gotten some cash after that, 20 platinum for the retainer for a failure to bring back the package from the escort mission. And that is when Saeryn began winding his way through the town, trying to avoid detection, even using a scroll of invisibility. But unfortunately, there was a sly tabaxi keeping a keen ear, eye, and nose out for the satyr. And he still managed to find Saeryn in a little alleyway. His friend told him that there was a bounty out for him and that there was heat, it was too hot, and he had asked Saeryn to follow him back to a little safety house he had nearby, and he would send a runner to grab his friends. With a insight roll that left the satyr having to just trust his instincts, he followed his friend to the nearby hideout and right into the waiting arms of Tneraneithanos, who tossed you a bag of coins as the tabaxi closed the door behind Saeryn. After I'll say he led you in through a front little hallway, then there was a little fake stone wall that was able to slide open, and then a quick way down another hallway, and then he brought you in. So it's a familiar back door room to a probably some front shops and whatever this network of buildings is. But with that, before we jump to that moment, also maybe perhaps give Saeryn a little bit more time to think, let's jump back to the rest of the party. What would the rest of you be doing in this time? It's about 5-ish, getting around dinner time. Not even evening, here in the desert, still sun is still making its way down. There's plenty of light left. It has probably been about 30 or 40 or so minutes, we'll say, at this point, since Saeryn has left. And I will bring it to y'all to do what you will.
Is anyone else hungry? About dinner time.
I could go for a bite to eat.
I mean, while we're here, we might as well get something. How long did our other friend say he was going to be gone for? Did he say?
I don't think we got a time frame.
Yeah, gonna get real confusing for a second. Say, I mean, I'm not gonna force you guys. If any of you do want to keep your actual game, current tokens, you guys put time and stuff into those.
Yeah.
I don't want to, this is not. I don't want to be a mean GM and force these off on you.
No, I like the new one.
Yeah, news are fun.
Yeah, let's see. Let's do a
Yeah,
little
to
shift
be-
Z on all of them. Yeah, there's the Mox with the little
does look
gray.
really cool.
Such a dapper cat.
Yeah, so that one I actually had to combine from 2 tokens from CzePeku because they had a female tabaxi gunslinger token. So I had to grab the head off of that and put the body of a different token onto it, which was really fun. Morgen, I had to give her more witchy ears.
I really like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Morgen was good.
I'm gonna have to get the other one, and then we got the Ludo here, of course. I mean,
Fucking star above his head. It's great.
it's about as long. I'm like, that's probably what he's about as dapper as a boy gets. And then we'll say
Probably pretty accurate.
these two are gone as well. There's still crowds outside with a moorbounder hitched up to a post somewhere. And Shreve is sitting there just like, oh, you getting hungry?
Yeah, what's on the menu for this evening?
Slop.
So same special as last night.
Yeah, there's
The night
not
before.
much around here. It's mostly whatever street meat cart is around outside.
Well, how much will you pay us to eat the slop?
Pay you? You'd have to pay me to watch you eat it.
Touche. Have we eaten this before? Is it at least edible?
Yeah, it's street meat slop.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I know I got suckered into buying some baklava from that bakery.
was pretty bitter.
Quote unquote bakery. All right, let's get a round of slop and probably some more ale to wash it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see, bar snorter sends runners, goes, walks out, goes, look around. There's not really much of a kitchen in the establishment and where you're at. But they see they got some setup and they're able to provide you some sustenance. Not more than a couple copper apiece.
All right.
And you see, there's a little bit of festivity, merriment. There's going to be a few random townsfolk and stuff that locals and people that filter through every now and then. You see, because you've been here enough time where you've noticed there'll be people that come walk in, other sorts of mercenary strong arm people, people making reports and checking in, or a weary beat up adventurer. See a couple dwarfs come walking into the front door and just round of ale please, just kind of sit down and start doing their own thing. So there's a little bit of business here, but you can see this is mostly the Scar Bearers is the main business through here, more or less.
I don't remember. Did we catch wind, or was this something that Arlo Saeryn picked up? Was we probably didn't catch wind of the posters flying around here, did we? I don't remember if we saw anything of that, or if it was just sort of above table thing.
Reeve did just tell you hey, if you're looking for coin, I don't know how much you like that satyr. After he had left, after Kier had bad-mouthed the satyr, Saeryn talking shit about himself, which peak, love it.
It's funny. Yeah.
It's he basically is he did slide you guys the poster, and mentioned that hey, there's word out for him. Yeah, that did happen.
So we know a little bit.
Yeah. And I'll ask if anyone else has any other clarifications or anything like that, or even you, Saeryn.
So after we get the slop,
slop
sort of eaten, slop served out, and it starts a ruckus. I think Mox will sort of look at the poster and be like, "Should we? He went out on his own. Should we be worried about this? How long should we give him before we go find him? Or do you, either one of you, have a way to contact him from a distance?"
I do not.
I have the capabilities, but I don't have them studied today. The earliest I could do something like that would be in the morning, but I guess how long are we intending to stay here in general as well?
Lowers his voice a little bit more. It's like, well, I think that now that we're not real worried about anybody saying anything about what happened out there, I think we can stay a little bit, but it should be, I don't think we should be separated too much now that it looks like the city's on, or at least a few people in the city are on high alert of a satyr.
Well, maybe after we finish our slop, we should take a stroll and see if we happen upon our friend.
I agree. He left because he needed some time to achieve whatever he was achieving, and if worse comes to worse, we can always find him tomorrow when I can select the proper prayers to use.
Yeah, Ludo puts haste into finishing his slop. To get it done and over with, to go wander around, but also just to not have to taste it anymore.
Yeah, it's passable. More gravy than meat. So
Morgan probably like pulls out some kind of like spice or some sort of like herb that she just kind of sprinkles
Mhm.
on there for a little bit of extra, like probably the only flavor it's got.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
just like, just eats what she can, and she's gonna chug some ale too.
Ludo's gonna push his bowl towards Morgan.
Yeah, maybe
Hey,
like a little
help me out.
ginger, turmeric, maybe a little like spice in there. There's like a little like some chilies from your garden.
It's not as bad as field rations. This isn't too terrible. I mean, it's a little more wet than I would prefer, but I mean, and bland, I guess. But it's not bad.
Yeah, Morgan's famous lich peppers.
When you first said spice, I thought you're like, I'm just gonna drug this thing.
No.
I have drugs on me. I'm just gonna drug this thing. You put some spice in it. Have a good time.
See, I think someone has spice.
I think someone does. I do not. I looked at my inventory.
I don't think I do.
I don't think we should jump to conclusions about anything happening. It's just sort of an idea or just a hunch, a little bit. I mean, he could be walking in any time. He is the kind of a lucky guy, from what I've noticed.
That he is.
Yeah. Take a few more minutes. You see, a couple dwarves just making some jokes over at the bar. Like the boulder breakers, rock and stone, and they just fucking knock back their drinks and just start arm wrestling right at the fucking bar. Just these giant, like we all know these are anvil place-ins right now. You see two anvil boulder breaker Jakes at the bar, just just getting fucking raucous.
Hey Ludo, you think you can beat them? I mean, you at least get the height advantage.
Possibly, but there's no need for violence.
I mean, arm wrestling. I didn't mean just to beat the shit, dude. What?
You said beat.
What they're arm wrestling. I assumed you could context clues a little bit.
Oh, I bet I could.
Or you can throw them. I don't know.
Hey, hey, you two look pretty strong. I see you arm wrestling there.
Yeah, strong, fucking ripped. And he just like shows like his, even though he's like a dwarf, his muscles are like the size of your head. He says, "Yo, you want to wrestle?"
Sure.
Yeah. Definitely not a Jake impression. Like the voice, definitely not. Could not even try. Yeah. All right, let's go. The other one hops up. He has like a big giant mohawk. All right, make a athletics check.
Look at Morgan, like,
All
I got 2 gold on the little dwarf.
Yeah, he's gonna
You
add
wanna
up
take those odds?
+3 to this one. So a 10.
I'll take that bet.
Oh, 7.
Yeah, you see it's a struggle because like you are basically able to like leverage your like height advantage and kind of like lean onto that, and it's like struggling a little bit back and forth, and then you see he like kind of like hops up into the chair and like leans in and then just like is able to then bust your arm and get it over. He says, "Yeah, a round of drinks on us! Fucking high five! Rock and stone!"
Rock and stone.
And then they both
I
headbutt
love
each
that
other.
game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, you see Treve goes
All right,
and signs
well,
up.
How about you? And he points at the second dwarf.
Hey, justice down! Let's go! fucking night.
Mox looks back at Morgan and goes, so you want to do double or nothing on this one?
Double or nothing.
Okay.
All right. He's
So
this one's gonna add
everybody
+5 on it.
does.
Oh damn!
Oh.
Yeah, this one's definitely see the stronger of the
+5.
two. Yeah, a full 20 strength, Mohawk, and he says, "Clan Boulder Breaker never loses," and like slams your arm down into the ground. And he's like, "Bleeps," you're like, "Oh fuck, that's gonna smart a little bit." He's like, "You're really strong."
Likewise, my small companions.
Dwarven axes, Dwarven might. Are you gonna be fighting in the arena?
I was thinking about it, but now I'm thinking again.
Hey, no. Hey, it's not all just about raw strength. It's about tactics, teamwork. You gotta have each other's back. You gotta, know where your other are at all times. You gotta, eyes in the back of your head, and you feel, the bond of teammates. That's how you get through things. Fucking A, man.
Ludo looks uncomfortable, but he says, fucking A.
Yeah, high five.
His arm is so sore that he tries to raise it, but then he raises the other one.
Yeah, and they just fucking pound that real quick. They both take beers, chug them down in like 0.5 seconds each. And they're like, yeah, that's the good shit.
Ludo drinks with them, and then he touches his arm and does like a healing hands.
Well, Mox, take your gold.
I mean, all right. I was just sort of playing at this point, but I'll take it for the minute.
It's a bet.
Go ahead.
Just keeping to my word.
Well, the first one was just sort of all in fun. The second time, I definitely thought, Ludo would have had it. But, I mean,
I too had faith in him.
dwarves and their stout resilience tends to surprise me at times.
Dwarven axes, Dwarven might.
Rocket stove.
Perhaps if we need it, we may hire them at some point.
It's a good point there. They seem pretty strong if we need some help. Or at least maybe a nice diversion.
Oh, no, you could be onto something.
Yeah. At this point, one of the one with like the mohawk, kind of like comes walking over to you, Mox. And he's like looking right at you. He says, "Hey, man, aren't you like fucking hot in all that fur?"
No, I'm quite used to it, man. It just I'm sort of grown on it. It's sort of grown on me at this point.
Yeah, I saw a guy over a couple districts over, and we were bar hopping around there. Look covered in fur, and just, with a big ass other fat cat, with a bunch of fur, and yeah, they look hot as shit. And meanwhile, I looked at brother friend, I'm like, man, if I was covering all that much fur, I'd fucking suck.
There's other tabaxis, eh? Other ones like me.
Yeah, it's a big, fat, big one.
Where was that? What pub was that at?
Oh shit, where was that at? Fuck. And he's gonna make a history check. It's gonna be with a -1. You know what? It's gonna be a flat 0. And his brother's gonna be like, wait, no, man, it was down over where that other one was, because we left the bazaar and then we came out, and then there was, we came across those college chicks, man, back over where the Cobalt Soul was. And he's like, yeah, that was it, man. And so it's gonna be at advantage, flat roll.
Okay.
Awesome. And they're like, yeah, I think it was up over by the Central District.
Central District, okay. I mean, maybe I'll take a walk over there. It's not often you see many like me. knowing that he's seen at least one in the city. I like that with that. So sort of putting that like in his brain of, okay, maybe we'll take a walk over there. Well, that seems interesting. What are you and your brother doing? What'd you do today? Would you guys have a bounty or anything you went on?
Oh,
Anything fun?
we got fucking drunk.
Oh, was that it?
Oh no, man, we went and smashed some sand kegs too. But then we got the raw shit straight from the source. None of that watered down pussy shit they serve here in the city.
Mox doesn't know what to say at that point. He's just looking at him.
Horrified.
Yeah,
Horrified.
So just right out of the. So when you first said you're smashing some sand kegs, I thought maybe you meant the bottles of sand keg, which is a feature of its own. But you actually meant the creatures.
Well, they're
You're
like
actually
kind of like a
making-
bottle. Like if you think about it, like once you crunch them, hell yeah, and then they give each other a high five. It's thinking about the crunch. Sorry, Jake. This is way more meathead.
It's about right.
He would love it. I know he would love it.
He would.
Just doing that for fun, eh? No payment, just enjoying, just having a good old time.
Wait, people pay for that stuff?
No, not normally. I did once. I'll never do it again.
Yeah, well, that's what we thought. Like, only like the tourists, like they always like drink all the supplies. So like, we're not getting fleeced.
It's pretty brave of you that you're actually just doing it. You're going out to the desert. You're just fighting giant, ugly ass worms, just to drink their innards. That's very noble of you, and very interesting of you, at least.
Yup, Boulder Breaker clan's finest.
Just looks over at Morgen for help at this point, like,
I feel like she's just like eyeing him down, just like,
That's right. And they look at you, and then the one is just like, you look creepy as shit. Fucking A.
She kind of looks over, smirks. Fucking A.
Yeah. And you see, they're just raucous, ordering another round of drinks, and it looks like they're having a good time. They order a second round of the slop.
I think I would get up and sort of like, how long has it been? It's been like just a little bit longer after he left, or has it been like an hour, a couple hours after?
Probably getting close to about an hour now.
Okay, an hour now. Sort of look and see. I think I'll get up and walk outside and see if I see anybody else, outside, or sort of keeping a look for Saeryn if he's coming back through.
Yeah.
The idea of he wandered off, no problem, is now like creeping into like, all right, what's going on now? A little more worried.
Yeah, and I'll
It's
say
been an hour, but
Yeah.
he's gone for
Yeah.
before. But
And I'll say, go ahead, give me that perception roll. 24. Yeah, I mean, you see Ludo's Moorbounder sitting out there. You see, throngs of couple crowds of people coming and walking around like the square, the fountain, hitting up the small shops and stuff like that. Night's going on. You feel like the slight breeze. You feel like the heat of the streets and the sands. Still beneath your feet and everything. And you're looking around. You definitely don't see any sign of a satyr. No other tabaxi either. With that 24 though, you definitely do see just out of the corner of your eye movement going down like an alley, and like that they're already pretty far gone and whatever, but like probably like some sort of like maybe like orphan or like street kid or something like that.
Down an alley.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is separate more people in this party. I think you'll go back to Ludo and at least, bring him over to Morgen, at least into the, I don't know, into the corner and just be like, tell him, or at least maybe just back to our table if the boulder breakers have wandered away.
Yeah.
And just sort of be like, tell him that these guys saw, I don't remember the cat's name now. Arlo's friend, the other Tabaxi, they saw him, and sort of give him the directions of where we saw him. If we want to check that out, or if we want to wait a little longer.
Yeah, they're sitting there chatting with Morgan. They're like, well, your armor and your shields and and they're looking at Ludo. I'm like, your stuff's pretty nice and fresh. Have you guys been to the Sunfire Forge yet?
No. Is that a place you recommend?
Oh, yeah, up in the ridge. Yeah, smithy there. It's very good, fine work. You see, the unique of it, he it fucking wrinkles my brain how he does it. It's like he liquid sunlight, and then he uses that to heat the forge.
Interesting. Does he have any catchphrases?
Catchphrase?
Like rock and stone or life is pain.
Life is pain. Life is pain. And they both hug each other and embrace in that. And you see they have a new one. They're just like, that's a good one.
Yeah. It didn't come from me. Came from another blacksmith.
Yeah, no, it's what's her name? Rohaya Tak. Some elf lady.
Okay.
But it looks like you guys, not. Your armor looks could use a polish. It looks like shit.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And you see, their armor, looks pretty rough and beat up and not polished and stuff either. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. I think we'll be on our way. Maybe we should hit up this blacksmith.
All right. Oh yeah. Well, we're on our way. We're gonna go hit the guided district. Yeah, man. They let you drink as much wine as you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, you just gotta call it communion.
Jesus.
You see Ludo kind of cringe.
And they head out the door. Yeah, say Jackeen's still floating around on your shoulder now, Morgan.
I'll feed him some of the slop too.
Yeah, and you see he definitely picks at the spot where your spices are more gathered.
I know I would do that too.
Said, you would think for they'd heard of some spice or something. Whoa. But yeah, just make some noises, some coos.
So, do you guys think we should go find the other Tabaxi then and see if he knows where our friend is?
I think we probably should.
Then perhaps once we reunite, we can visit that blacksmith on the way back.
Sounds like a grand idea.
Mops, did you catch where they said that they saw the Tabaxi?
They weren't 100% clear, but I think we can make the trip up to which district was it?
Sigil.
Sigil. You said a lot of districts there for a second. Up to the Sigil district, in a couple of bars. So I'm sure if we ask around and look around, we can find. Yeah, me too, man. I was gonna write it down. I just didn't. I think if we start looking around in the pubs and looking for a large tabaxi, there can't be that many in the city.
All right, then. I suppose we should be on our way.
What was that tabaxi's name? I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue.
I was thinking it was Big Cat, but that doesn't sound right. That just might be what.
It was
what that is in
me.
my head. What was it?
It was me. ... Dio.
His name is DM. Yeah.
Dio.
Dio.
Speaking of Dio and Spice and Saeryn, we swing over to the scene. It is just now the moment. You followed through Dio through that little warehouse, like little lodging, like some like front building, some like fake little wall, down a hallway, and then another door or two. And then he brings you into. You remember this as like, it was never like an official gathering place, but always worked as like an extra hideout. You can still see maps and details and reports and wanted posters that were kept as like souvenirs sometimes. You see all sorts of sacks and other stuff. Is everyone able to see?
Yep.
Awesome. There's still the dust coming in down through like peeking in through the light of the rafters up above, probably single story, at least at this part of the building that you're in. There's the table, large dagger through the center of maps, what must be like city and other like building blueprint plans. And in front of you is Tanerin Hythenos, and Dio is off behind you at this point now. Just to show what Tanerin looks like. As a reminder, white hair, the dark skin of a drow. Was wearing a royal purple suit, a little black flower, and like a little puffy neck thing, and the bow tie of all things. The most obnoxious way to wear that attire. A blood red little vest underneath. Slight hints of what would be that widow's peak there. Seems that he keeps it, maintained for some purposes, and he's holding that long, little metal rod that comes into a, little hooked beak, like a large gem in the middle. But you see, it is different than before when you first saw it, Saeryn. Before it was just like the long, straight red rod, and now it has like the extra, almost like an addition onto like that ornamentation on the top, and no Arcana check required. You see it is ruidium. And he says, "Oh, well, lovey. Looks like you walked straight into my arms this time. Any no walls to go leaping over, I see."
I mean, what are walls? But just, I don't know where I'm going with this. This is kind of a shock. Hey, how you doing, me?
Well, I say, you all left Bazan in quite a tizzy, it seemed like. Me and my boys were laying low, see if you ever came out. You see, someone still owes me money. I thought that you were gonna be the ones coming out, not my estranged nephew, let's say, in that lot.
Nephew?
The Waste Walker. Irvin, or whatever his name is.
Oh, wasn't
Well,
didn't know they were in there.
make a deception check. Alright, let's get it out of the way now. Let's get it out of the way now. And he laughs. He's like, "Don't worry, they told me all about it. How you woke them up and ambushed them and stole the gem right off of their necks. and then collapsed the whole cavern in on top of them and left them for dead, they say. My, that is not very heroic behavior.
Alright, but okay, hold on. That's not entirely accurate.
Well, I do say there's always two sides of every story, like a coin, and he takes a little gold coin and flicks it, and just, just for emphasis.
Yeah, but doesn't seem that you're interested in my side of the story anyway. What can I do for you?
Well, I could always just, run you through right here for meddling in me affairs. I think it'd be a long time before anyone comes looking for you. But you haven't attacked me yet either, or made a run for it. So it seems like there might be things that we both don't know. If you're interested.
Well, I do like knowing things, since usually it gets me by, is knowing a little bit more than somebody else.
And you have all been quite interesting. Now you see, Io and them, they were telling all sorts of fancy stories. And then, you all disappeared. And then, lo and behold, I arrive here in Ankarel, and seems like y'all beat us to it. I was just wondering what brought you here.
Oh, this and it. Time to move on from Bears Inn. Made sense to get out of there, go someplace pretty far away.
Now, Deo here, your little pal, he asked to make sure to, hear you out, maybe give you a chance. And I heard that you happen to be pretty lucky, and you're quite a hell of a gambler.
Known to be a pretty good luck charm for some people.
How about it? We play a few rounds. Winner of each one gets to ask a question.
Look around at all like the papers and daggers and look at Dio blocking the doorway. Not wanted to usually back down from a challenge, especially a gambling one. We could go a few rounds. What's the game?
Oh, I believe here they call it Hands of Void.
Right. Alright.
Gambit of Void.
Void this, void that.
Semantics. Be pleased and all that nonsense.
Be pleased, be pleased.
So we'll start off by drawing some cards, but first a toast. And they'll go over to a little counter, pull out a bottle of like some red wine, like almost like a purplish, when it's sitting there collected, and then grabs two glasses, pours it out. One in holds one glass out to you.
Sorry, it's a little early for me, and I don't like to drink before I gamble.
Well, for this game, I insist. And he'll put it down on the table in front of you, and he'll take his glass and go ahead and take a sip of it. Set it down on the table.
I watch him take the sip. I'm just like, Saeryn picks up the glass, swirls it, takes a very small sip, and then puts it back on the table.
Yeah, it's a little dry, like some sweet notes, but definitely, more. It's kind of been sitting there for a while, and he didn't bring out the best stuff. Go ahead, give me a Constitution saving throw. So that is 3 nat 1s in a row for Saeryn. If you count last game.
Luck wizard strikes again.
You are poisoned for 1 hour, and you can't knowingly speak a lie, as if under the effect of a zone of truth spell. Basically, drink some truth serum. But yeah, basically, like, you feel like any thoughts of deception pretty much lock up on your tongue.
Oh, this is a bit dry, and it's clear you didn't spend all the money on the good stuff. Oh, why'd I say that out loud?
Well, I know it's the truth. No, I guess you just have to ask yourself whether you believe I'm telling the truth or not, and he'll take another sip of his, put it back down on the table. He'll deal out some cards. They slide across the table. So first, I'll let you... do you have any dice on you in real life?
I could get some. They're just in the other room. 1 second.
Awesome, yeah. D8, D6, and D4. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, I think
we're doing great.
Yeah. Somewhere across the city, someone hears "Rockin' Stone."
All right, we're back. What would you like?
All right. So first, roll a D8 and keep that number secret. So I guess let's all roll them in secret, and I'll do mine, and he'll say, "All right, first card." So basically, this will simulate cards that we're drawing, and this will be fun and suspenseful and really fun for people to watch, I bet.
The best kind of TV is the kind you turn off.
Exactly. All right. So
Now
he
do a whole bunch of stuff and don't tell us.
he draws his first card and he looks at it, smiles, and he just says, "I'll raise you one secret." Well, I guess one question and one answer. That's the bargains we're making here. Do you make a counter
All right,
offer?
I'll call on that.
All right. I think the second card, and he'll go slide him across the table. And so this one, roll a d6. And he smiles, and he's just like, think I'll raise it again. Another secret. Another question. Do you feel good about your cards over there?
Doing okay.
Ready for a third card?
Third card.
All right. And then he'll deal them back out again, and this time let's roll the d4. He says, all right, highest total wins. And that's who gets to ask their questions. I think I'll stay at the toe for now. I'm not going to be too greedy. Unless you care to raise the stakes.
2 seems fine to me.
All right, lay them out. Now, what do you have for your cards?
3, 5, and 4. So, 12.
He had a 7, a 5, and a 2 for 14.
Nearly had you there.
Wait, gotta keep a little interesting, a little bit of stakes on it. So, what's you and your party doing here in Ancrel?
Right now, we're just moving through, heading to the south.
Being a little cheeky, are you? Not quite a deception. All right. Well, what's down south, and what's connections that brought you here from Bazazan? What do you know about the Jewel of Three Prayers and Elixion?
That sounded like 2 or 3 questions to me. Can you clean that up and just ask one question?
Yeah. And you hear Dio just kind of from behind you. And you see just a little dagger in his hand.
What, Dio? Did you hear something different? Did you only hear one question?
I'm
not saying I'm not going to answer it. I'm just saying I want you to actually give me a single question.
Well, I'm not sure how much bargaining power you got, buddy. But
I don't got a whole lot of bargaining power. You've already dosed me with the truth serum, and I'm already losing at this gambling, and I ain't got a dagger in my back. So exactly, what's the point of the whole gambling game if you're just gonna if you're gonna have one of my friends stab me?
you know, things are a little bit more fun if they're a little bit more dramatic, aren't they?
Stick to the game. I don't want to have to hurt him.
Oh, and you see Dio gives a little chuckle from behind you.
And that was honest. I don't want to have to hurt Dio.
He says, fine. What do you know about Elixion and the connection with the Red Moon?
I think this is above the table. I'm pretty sure the only thing Saeryn knows specifically about Elixion and the Red Moon is that Elixion was Ruidus born.
Yeah, and just like the general, like who is Elixion and like what is
He's
he's
Elixion. He's a Ruidus. Elixion was Ruidus born, thrice blessed, 3 different gods. Probably that's why there's 3 gems on the amulet.
Ah, 3 gems, you say? So 3 gods blessed it. Now that is
what
unique
I said
indeed.
verbatim, almost. No plagiarizing me there.
Maybe that's why I couldn't get it right. And so like you hear at this point from your pocket, the bag speaks up. He says, "If I were you, I'd be keep your mouth shut around him. That guy's no good." He's the one who made me, after all. But I think, Tanarin just kind of looks at you for a second and says, so nothing else? Nothing to add? Well, how about this? How about we do one more round, one more question? You see, make an insight check. Even with that, you starting to see he's getting a little irked and annoyed. Like, he's definitely trying to get very specific information out of you, without having to resort to more, direct coercive means. But you are pretty much playing the perfectly playing that edge of keeping exactly literal to the games he's setting, and you see that starting to actually, he's just you found the way to get under his nerve.
Yeah, I figured that the best way to mess with a betrayer god worshiper is to do exactly what they tell you and still make them upset.
Mhm.
I forget which god he was worshiping though. Was it the Chained Oblivion?
Torag, the crawling king.
The Crawling King. Okay.
Yeah. And he says, "Oh, how are you lucky? How about we leave it to a die roll?" And then you see he starts like shuffling, looking around, and up over your shoulder you see Dio. He's just like, "Oh, boss, I got a die for you." And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out your lucky die. From you have no idea when he would have grabbed that from you. But at some point he managed and did to it. A few episodes ago, I held up a dice to the screen for sleight of hand. But and he says, I got a dice, boss." And he goes and hands it over for him to roll and says, "All right, well, how about high roll has to answer all the questions." Or I'll just slowly torture it out of you.
That sounds less fun than rolling for it. Now that you put it like that. So I guess we're gonna do that then. Gonna roll the dice and see who can get all the info out of the other person, huh?
Mm-hmm. All right, well, laddies, let's do it. And he's going to roll the d6 real fast. You see, it's that nice little like bone ivory like carved with like the like inlaid set. The one
This
that
is a quick question,
Yeah.
just as a little interrupt. Do I know what level the potion might have been using like the Zone of Truth effect? Is it effectively magical or like what's going on in the process
okay,
of that?
yeah. So that would be a you would be familiar enough with like potions that give like magical type effects and poisons and stuff like that. So it is since it is effectively Zone of Truth, that would be more or less a second level spell effect. But it's it lasts for an hour just because of the ingestion form. It
Gotcha.
being ingested directly is a more prolonged effect. But
Then I guess the more important question in that situation is, does this count as something as an effect on myself that I could dispel?
I'm like, I know because I definitely would count it as a poison. So I know I would allow like anything that removes poison effects to get rid of that. I would see maybe with like a skillful Arcana check. Oh wait, like if you're able to properly manipulate the the magic, as it were.
That's honestly worth a shot. I will use my final sorcery point in order to do this as a subtle spell, so no verbal or somatic component.
Yeah, you see as like the dice is being handed over and Tanarin rolls it, you go ahead and flash that. So go ahead, just make that a straight Arcana check. Yeah. It count as a thing. The DC.
Gosh darn it! I knew I should have used my portent.
11 will work because that is the DC of the saving throw, and that would be a DC 10 plus whatever the spell effect. So I will call it. So yeah, you do feel like you're able to banish that with because that is such a very powerful spell that you use for it. Yeah, third level magic definitely was able to get rid of that with enough proper like. You see if like it had have been something of like a more of a ritual cast, or that with that precise of an Arcana was able to do it instantly. And you do that without them even noticing.
All right, let's roll some dice.
All right, I think I'll go first. And he'll just roll this one straight on the system. And it rolls up a 1.
Huh.
Well, maybe your luck's still not that good. And he kind of angrily shoves it over to you. And you remember, this is your lucky dice. One that you
So
found in that
I'm
cave.
probably gonna roll a 1 as well, and then we'll have to do a tiebreaker. It's like it hits
is
the table and bounce.
I will
bounce,
say
bounce,
it's spinning on that
bounce.
too. What number do you want it to land on?
I'm actually, honestly, fine with it landing on a 2. I think that's hilarious that I beat him by 1.
Oh yeah, you do feel the way you could nudge it in any which way you want somehow. You just feel that dice rattling in your head as it bounces on the table. And it comes up as the 2. And he says, "Fine, ask you a question."
All right, that's questions. Was all the questions, right? There's a whole bunch.
And he says, "Fine, ask away."
What you doing in Uncle Al?
Oh, passing through, heading down low.
Down into the pit.
You could say that.
That's the idea. Okay. What you looking for down there?
I think I know what I think you know what I'm looking for down there already.
I think
That
I
ruidium.
know what you're looking for. That's fair. I had to check it to double check it. Especially because I'm about to get probably my throat slit.
And you see he gives a chuckle. Well, all is fair. I did sign up to play the game. Now, what's your interest in the ruidium down there? What do you really want with it?
Let's be honest with both of ourselves. It's sells for a good meal.
Oh, it's a little bit more than just valuable. You see, you can make many great things with it. You can use it to cast any spells that you want, lovey. It can be used for any spell component. It could be used substitution in the craftsman of arcane. It can even be used to bore holes through planes if one really so wanted. With enough concentrated in power, that is.
You stabbed me in the ass while I was jumping over your fence. You think I have very lofty ambitions?
Well, you were bold enough to break into my home in the middle of broad daylight with me and all the servants there. Pretty silly if you ask me.
Admittedly, not one of the best plans I've ever been involved with.
Oh, to put you on my rack now, back in my lab in Bazazan. Now that was a glorious place. Many great creations. And you feel like a mental shudder come from the bag in your pocket, and he's just like, that was a bad place.
Yeah, I think I remember. That was like underneath your little chapel you hid in the back there.
Yeah, shame I had to torch it, but lucky able to start anew. And I think you might be a great addition to the collection.
Sounds like fun. Where would that be?
Oh, don't worry, you'll see it soon enough, although from, on the table, that is. And he'll say, go ahead, restrain him, Deo. And Deo will come start walking up to you.
How's this room lit?
There's a candle on the table, and you see there's a few lanterns, two throughout then different corners. Let me see. Boo. Yeah, there's a couple candles on the table, and then we'll say 2 torches, one on the north wall where those posters are, and then a couple in the back area where there's a few tables and stuff for food and where he grabbed the wine from.
Do you really think that's going to be a good idea?
He says, "Do you know, back in the Calamity, when the gods were handing out their gifts of power to the mortals willy-nilly, they made these vestiges, the jewel that you lot carry. But the betrayer gods, they had their own way. They made the most powerful servants became their weapons, the arms of the betrayers. A soul contained within an item. And that is what I'm going to do to you. So you better start speaking, because you're going to do it for a long, long time."
I haven't answered anything dishonestly.
I think...
Oh, wait. Have I?
And he'll pause for a second. Go ahead, make a... make that an intimidation check. Yeah, it gives him just enough pause, and he's just like, "What do you mean by all that?" Exactly.
I mean, how would you know I'm telling the truth?
Well, let's just say I made sure that you were going to be honest with me.
I like how pale your face is. It's a good shade of white.
And then you see he frowns, and he like starts like, you definitely caught him by surprise, and he says, "Well, guess it's gonna be the hard way then.
It was always going to be the hard way."
Strain him, Dio." And Dio's gonna make a lunge at you. He's coming from like behind a little bit of movement, so I'll say if you have anything you're trying to do in the moment. Basically in preparation or anticipation or response to Dio coming up to attempt to grab you in a grapple.
Really not that kind of wizard.
Right.
Ooh, hold on.
I will say you can also give me a perception check.
I'll do the perception check real quick.
Hmm.
Not rolling well today, boys.
With that 11, you're not as he says Dio grab you, you do see the gem in that red staff that he's holding light up.
Huh. I turn around, look at Dio, and I will verbally and somatically hit him with a dispel magic.
Make an ability check with your spellcasting modifier, so d20 plus your
Got it.
intelligence.
I roll a 13. That was my last portent.
And what's that bring the total to?
17.
Double checking the level, because I'm pretty sure Dominate Monster is an 8th level spell. So DC 10, or so you got 18.
It was a 17, but I can go ahead and it's a D20 roll. I'll luck surge it.
Add that luck surge. Yeah, the DC is 18.
Don't think it was 18. I had a 17, so I'm at 18.
Exactly what you needed. It didn't matter. You feel the dice rattling in your head, and at first you see like the hesitation as Dio goes to grab you, and then with that arcana, that flash, and you're like, you remember when he had controlled Aljin from before, and you blast out with the dispel magic. What is the plea that you make to Evandra, reaching for that surge of luck?
You know I'll pay you back for it. Let's get out of here and gamble another day.
Amazing. And you feel that is just enough to push it through, and you feel that fade. You hear Tanarin shout, "No!" We're going to roll initiative. I'm going to pull up the thing. Boop, boop, boop. There it goes. Make sure it's clear. All right, have you pop up your initiative.
Golly.
Oh boy. All right, before we get to that, this is the scene. This is the room from the top down. This is where pretty much everyone is at right now. While that's happening, before we jump into battle, what is the rest of the party up to?
I think we're at this point we're wandering towards the Sigil district, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sigil district, keeping an eye out for Dio. I think that was our plan.
Yeah, I think that was the idea at this point, to see if maybe he would have ideas of where Saeryn was.
Yeah. So go ahead. You can make a survival or investigation check, and whoever wants to helm this. Or if anyone wants to do if you want to try and crowd work and do persuasion and like ask people who's seen some stuff, let me choose what type of approach you guys would use, I guess. Then, if there's anything any varied styles you want to use.
Well, I don't know that we would be super concerned at this point, right? Or am I wrong?
No, I think it's just.
I mean, he's only been gone for an hour, right?
Yeah, I think it was less of urgency and more well, he hasn't come back. Let's just go check out, talk to one of his friends and see if they have any ideas. It wasn't anything I don't think we were all oh no, he's captured and being tortured right now. That
Right.
wasn't our idea. Our idea was he's been gone for an hour, so let's go see what if we can get some ideas of what's going on.
But I'm not opposed to. I don't think it would be outside of the realm of, asking if anyone's seen Dio and describing another tabaxi. I mean, like we said earlier, how many tabaxis are really wandering around the town?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll make this a persuasion using a charisma based as you're trying to get to find, talk to people, ask around. So whoever wants to helm that, someone could do that if someone else is kind of helping with that in any regard.
That's not mine.
I am proficient in persuasion, so I can do that.
Beautiful.
Guys, we're rolling just amazing numbers today, guys. All of us. all around.
A 10 total.
All right, roll it again.
I mean, I think it's just because it's just like casual. Like it's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have an advantage of maybe people. Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
Okay, there we go. Oh, 20.
that's better.
That is a better number. Fuck yeah! So it's you start going around, you head bearing you into the digital district, and you're more like on the streets. You're asking about people, you know. Most people kind of brush you off about their day. You know, you got some people trying to like sell you stuff and be like, I have an item in the shop. You know, it's a mirror that'll help you find whoever you're looking for.
Oh, interesting. Morgan, do you know of this mirror?
I'm sorry, I was interrupted.
This person is saying that they have a mirror that would
Magic mirror, help you find whoever you're looking for. I promise.
Are you aware of such an object?
Can I insight check this character?
Oh hell yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yes. I've heard of these such mirrors before.
Mm-hmm. And even that, even with that 9 insight, he rolled really bad. He's definitely hawking some shit. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I got potions that will cure all your aids and ailments. I got an ointment that will make you as strong as a giant. Right back over here. If you said you're looking for a fat cat, we'll get you him in no time.
I will say though, the mirrors that I know are quite expensive.
This is only a few
I don't
gold.
know if I can quite afford.
Only a few gold.
Only a few gold, you say?
Yeah.
You guys, I don't
pretty-
trust this fellow.
Are you sure it's not just maybe he's kind of a great deal? I mean, you're saying it's hundreds of gold, and he's giving it to us for just a couple gold? I'm sure this is the legit thing.
That still passes Ludo.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
I mean, let's all just roll the terrible
No,
insight. Let's
this
see how
guy
turns out.
needed the roll at 2 IRL.
Yeah, there's the
on his
actual
dice.
routine.
He had disadvantage on this for sure.
I'm sure it's a real mirror.
Mhm.
Well, I think
So-
then I'm going to just kind of like be kind of like a scolding, and maybe you guys haven't really seen much of this from Ludo at this point, but just kind of like scolding this person, like, get out of our way unless you have something that's actually useful.
And he kind of gets taken aback. He's like, oh, I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know the guy in the district was coming to shake us down all of a sudden.
This isn't a shakedown.
You what? And he's like his eyes is like, well, what? How much is it to you? How much you willing to pay about information for this cat?
Well, it depends. Do you have actual information?
With all those insights and his natural 1, he gets a little shifty-eyed, and he says, "Do you know about what you're asking? Do you know what you're asking about?" Try to knock his voice in. You can tell like his like form like kind of changes a little bit, and you guys realize now that they're a changeling. And like as he's getting a little bit more scared, he's like, you know, like shrunk down and stuff like that. And like his face is like, instead of like changing facial expressions, his face just changes to be that form, like to be that expression. And he's like, that's the, you're asking after the veil. He's one of their hitman.
Dio.
Yeah, that's his name.
Hitman.
probably the most ruthless killer in Ank'Harel.
Do we know the Veil?
I think Saeryn's kind of mentioned stuff about them, and like you would know that's basically the commonly known, like on the streets, the Thieves Guild organization for Ank'Harel. So the Brooks Bakery, the dye shop, those would all be like affiliated with the Veil. Pretty much any criminal network
Gotcha.
in the city.
Gotcha. Well, did Dio have anyone with him?
Mm-hmm. And he says, well, maybe, if you give me a few gold coins and, tell you what I saw.
I pull a copper out of my pocket and I flip it as hard as I can at his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you will tell us what you know.
The dexterity of a pure gunman.
Yeah, and I say that precision, like right in the dot, and Ludo like kind of erupting at him, at least for Ludo's status, getting that loud, which is more of just like a slightly raised voice.
Yeah. You will tell us what you know, and then I will pay you.
Make an intimidation with advantage.
Okay. You want? Yeah, go ahead. Ludo, do you have good intimidation, Ludo?
I mean, +2.
Okay, I have -1.
Oh.
10 to 10. Guys,
10
banger,
is
banger
above.
dice roll 10.
10 is still passing with this worm. He rolled another nat 1. Straight up. He's rolled 2 1 1.
What is up with the dice?
Between you and Arlo, this game, man.
All right, it's almost like something very, very cursed happened this week or something. I don't know. Look at the date of the episode.
I just want to say I rolled a d20 in real life just to test out what's going on. I rolled a 4 immediately.
Oh,
so
geez.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're doing it. You see they kind of cringe up and like shrink down, and they're like, down the street, look for the front, the buildings. It's a collection of shops. You make your way into the middle. It's an old bug out. I saw him in a satyr walk by.
A satyr. And Ludo looks at the other two. And then pulls out 2 gold and tosses it to this pathetic little guy.
Yeah, as they hit the ground, he like drops to the floors, and like, like their skin kind of changes to like match the like almost like a reptile hitting the sand, to kind of like blend in as like, bad as possible, and they like scrounge and scrape it up and just go dashing off.
I think as he's running away, Ludo's going to just yell at him something along the lines of remember where that came from, and if we need more information, you better be available.
They run faster.
I think Ludo's kind of like, at first he was a little bit uncomfortable, but he was kind of secretly enjoying being a little more assertive there.
Yeah, getting that like just that feeling of what, now that you hear that information, I guess, like how do you all feel?
You did a good job there, Ludo. Maybe next time don't pay him, because you just you shook him down pretty good, and then you were like, you know what? Here's the money anyway. Halfway there.
I think you were too easy on him. We should have tortured it out of him instead.
I mean, I plunked him pretty square in the forehead with that copper piece. You hear the sound it made, like an empty can.
I did hear that. I don't like the result of violence.
That's all I do. Really. It feels good sometimes. You should do it. It might loosen you up a little bit.
I'm not convinced.
I am getting a little more concerned that a hitman for a thieves guild has taken our friend into a bug out house.
Has taken, or did Arlo go of his own accord?
I guess I'm looking into it a little bit now. A little more sketchy.
Well, maybe we should go find him anyway. So yeah, let's head towards the shops where this
Yeah.
changeling was pointing out.
You were.
I mean, we're at kind of a 50-50 chance here, there, Ludo, that either he's been held captive or he's just gambling with a fat cat.
Well, either way, let's go find out.
How is it both?
Could be both. I mean,
We don't know that.
or doesn't necessarily need to be there. It could be an and.
What do you mean, how? Of course it's.
Hell yeah. And I think you guys go making your way, hopefully a little bit, got that concern, and you start heading towards the shop. Before we hop into the initiative here, should probably go take a break. Probably didn't need to pull up initiative that long time ago, but just wanted to keep the
Here's a question. Do you want me to do the luck surge on that initiative?
It does say the next D20 roll, huh?
And the next one was the initiative. I'm looking right at the.
Let's do it. Let's keep it honest.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's a 0. Could you?
To be fair, effectively does not make a difference.
Changes nothing. Yeah, changes.
Yeah.
But it's the insult there.
It's the principle of the matter. Yeah.
Yeah. That is amazing.
Saeryn didn't expect the dispel magic to work. He's like shocked.
Amazing. All right. Well, we know what to do to make it official. And where we at? Totally seamless, so easy. Can you believe? There we go. Very
Nice.
All right, be right back.
BRB.
All right. How's everyone doing?
Feeling good.
I mean, yeah, this is fun. Scary, but fun. And I'm not
Good.
the one being held hostage.
Chilling with Kitty right now.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, definitely, that hit of arrogance, to all classic villains. Didn't just the, oh so punchable face. All right, is that, I believe, everyone back? Maybe waiting on the satyr.
Yeah, I think we are.
I'm pretty sure they're like, well, it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah. I like that he rolled a 4 in his d20 and then rolled a 4. The negative.
So
good.
that fucking luck
These-
surge.
These rolls today, man, have all been absolute. Like, not great.
It has been a very things this week's just like,
Craptastic.
Just-
Yeah.
The luck is just like, yeah, we're not here. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I believe let's have everyone back. We're jumping back to this moment. Taneranithanos with Dio and Saeryn. He looks at you, shouts that you dispelled the magic, and he says, "Oh no, you're definitely not going to get away this time." And he pulls out, it's like a handkerchief, like a red, like a little folding cloth out of his pocket, like as like a, like a little pocket square thing he got going on.
Oh no, he's gonna sneeze on me.
And he starts and he goes to like unfold it once, twice, 3, 4 times, and it's like, it's like a quick, very practice, like fast practice unfolding, and out of that cloth it like opens up like almost like what would be a portable hole, but as it like opens up to its full width of a dimension, it just like whatever's inside it dumps out, and forming right next to him in that space, you see some automaton defender thing of sorts, these red crystals embedded within its heart, where eyes or a face should be. These like, you can definitely see immediately ruidium type crystals, and a staff of red crystals being held in its hands. And from your pocket you hear, "Oh no, that's my brother! What did they do to him?" You can talk in this moment.
Oh no.
Say that moment. So Tanerin takes his turn for that. He unfolds that from some magical item and brings forth his steel defender. Now it's going to take its turn. Yep, immediately after yours. And it is going to move up to you. And it will move out of Dio's opportunity range. So he will take an opportunity attack. Let's see, he's gonna just make that attack. All right, you see Dio's just coming out of a daze, and he doesn't even like. He barely like even registers, and like, oh fuck, and like it's like too late as it comes past. So the Steel Defender is going to make its attack on you. It is spell attack modifier. So that is 20 to hit, Saeryn.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's going to be 8 plus 4, force damage. So 12 force damage.
Got it.
Alright, and he says, alright. I'm gonna take you, I'm gonna put your soul into another item and join you in my collection. And you, hear the bag from your pocket say, my brother, what did he do to him? And then it will be Dio's turn. He's gonna be like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? All right.
Let's get this thing over, man. Let's get out of here.
All right. And he's gonna come in. He's gonna come over here, and he's gonna give you the help action, and whatever you're gonna do. Not immediately having a plan, and now we'll get to you at 0 initiative. Sorry, I had to rub it in. I'm sorry.
Hold on a second.
That might have been the rudest thing I've ever said as a DM.
And 0.
Did you pretty much step right in the way you needed? Dio is pretty large.
No. I'm just double checking a couple things. All right. I think I'm basically gonna. I don't need the help action, but that was nice of him to try.
Yeah.
Where are the doors? I'm having trouble identifying
Yeah.
the doors on the map.
So this looks like the secret door that you like came in. You see there's one down here that has like a visible handle, and then this down here would from where you're seeing would be another latch that's like more of like a nondescript one. Like you seem like now like you remember like all of these rooms like have like they blend in so they're easily anyone who knows them can come in through, but if you aren't aware, all you see is just a bunch of shops in front of like a large empty square.
Gotcha. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and freak out our Tithanos friend here. Oh, wait, no, that's not going to work. Wait, no, it might work. Oh, how much? There's a lot of stuff on this table, right?
Yeah.
Does this seem like it's his stuff?
There's like some paper, some bags, a bunch of like maps and like other stuff like that, some scrawled papers. A couple of
some of my wanted posters on there.
Yeah, you see like there's like a knife on there, like a dagger that he had stabbed in like from at the very beginning, like when you first walked in, and you see it has like a nice like black hilt with like almost like a serpent coil design around it.
Sorry, man. I guess let me save you some paperwork. And I pull out the flame light lantern and I cast a third level burning hands from it.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, how do you ask or evoke it for help in this moment? You pull out
I
this.
think it's like a lightning elemental.
Yeah, you see like this
I
like lightning plasma bouncing around in this like ruby red fire gem that gives off this like slow burning heat. You know, so you almost have to like hot potato it. But yeah, you see, you just pull it out in front of you, and yeah, if you will, if you're just like willing it to command, just like, all right, command, burning hands. You hold it out and you shoot it. Yeah, perfect. Tanera needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
12.
Yeah, so 19 fire damage on him.
All right. He is going to go ahead and make a perception check. Nice. As you see that, you do see there is something. The armor, like you burn through like the like double or whatever that like little floofy shirt on the outside. It like catches and erupts in flame, and he goes like oh dear. And then you see behind it, there's like this like almost like a hide, this armor that you seem to think may be giving him some resistance to the fire.
How about the stuff on the table?
Erupts into a flame.
Cool. Let's see. Then
Yeah, let's pull up some fires. All right, you move over there. Any bonus actions or anything?
Just double checking.
Yeah, you slide around to the other side of it, and you see this stuff. Spire looking, he's pretty good. He's just like, no.
Yeah. No bonus actions.
Mm-hmm. All right, you will end turn. That'll be the fire's turn. Let's see which way it spreads. You see a little bit more come and move up over this way as it starts to dance over around the flames and begins encompassing a little bit more in the wooden table with all of the paper in a wooden room with a wooden floor on a shag carpet as the table erupts in flames.
Oops.
Someone say swallows? All right.
We had the boulder breakers, okay? They were around earlier.
Fire! All right, I will need everyone else. You are walking down through the square in the streets, and you're realizing it does seem like pretty quiet and silent at the moment. You were told the pretty much general heading, and Saeryn passed through with the tabaxi recently. You were given like a description of the front of the buildings. I'll say, how much haste are you making? What's going through your minds at the moment? Any plans on anything when you arrive or anything?
I think Ludo is just going to go ahead and use Divine Sense.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you walk up and you get to the front of a building, and you're looking out, and you just like give a little burst. I was gonna say, where would you guys have walked up, I guess, more or less, or who would have been in the front? Because right now I put Mox in the front, but actually would Ludo have been in the front? Because that's just where I randomly placed y'all. So I want to...
Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like Ludo was helming that more or less. So actually Ludo would have been 100% in front of where I randomly placed down the tokens.
I probably would have been behind in the back of it.
Yeah. I think with that divine sense, you definitely feel that aura of something fiendish emanating from the inside. Like, you're looking at the building and it just does kind of exude an aura. You do feel there is a presence from inside there. I would say with that use of a divine sense, because you're looking out, like, you've been hyper aware for Loth and type of shit like that recently. So that signature completely, I would say, is wreaking all up inside the innards of this building.
Yeah, I'm gonna communicate that with Mox and Morgan. That you see him kind of laughing, looking at this building, and there's something fiendish in this building. This may be the building that Arlo. We should check it out.
I like this. Like, hey, there's something wrong with that building. I bet Arlo's in there.
Is Arlo a fiend?
Wait,
Explains
does
the horn.
that sense Fae as well?
It does sense. I think it's Fae, celestial. No,
Celestial fiend or undead. So would not get a sense of Fae. So, but yeah, you definitely get an infernal sense from inside the building. I will let all of you go ahead and roll initiative.
That building's fucked up. I bet our friends in it.
Yep. Fuck it. It's D&D, baby. Whatever we need it to be.
Case.
Oh, thank goodness the other party members are genre aware.
I love. Hey,
there may be some innocence in there.
I love that the fire beat your initiative.
I'm excited about that too.
I know. It's great. Sorry, Ludo.
All right, Max.
Well, what's the easiest way in? So, I'm gonna look around.
Yeah, make perception.
He's pointing at a building.
Make perception or survival. Yeah, this
it's-
map is very confusing. I had to look at it very hard. You definitely see there's a lot of angles. If you get up closer, so I'll just point out for purposes, this is a doorway. It is kind of hidden. With your 14, you would be able to see that from where when you do get closer. This is a hidden doorway in the inside. This is a doorway.
Jesus. So
Yeah, there's pretty much, if you look at any room, like where there's like latches along the wall, you'll see like slight disturbances. But yeah.
So pay attention before we can find it. All right. So I figure. All right. I'll use my cat ability to move it again. So when I get about here, I can start seeing like the.
Yeah, you see like footprints leading right up to that basically,
Okay.
and that's like you see Tabaxi and Satyr footprints.
I'll call it out. Like, okay, just follow this way, and that was 5.
Yeah, I assume Saeryn doesn't wear shoes.
I have hooves. Why would I wear shoes?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see distinct Satyr hooves. And the door is locked when you get up there.
It's locked. Well, I don't have lock picks. What inventory? I don't think I have lock picks.
Blast it open.
I thought of it, but he's not real big into that. He might give it a shot though, because at this point, no, he doesn't know. I mean, the door is locked. All right, I'm going to.
Yeah, you found like the fake brick face breakaway that hides where the latch is, and when you go to try it, you see there's the keyhole right there.
I have nothing. I mean, I got alchemist tools and I think just standard tinkerer's tools. I don't actually have anything that will like help out here. I don't want to shoot a gun. I'll shoot a gun. I don't want to shoot a gun. I think I'm gonna just like call it out and be like, here's a door here, guys. It's locked though. I can't get in it. And just sort of, I guess, try to use my action to see if I can kick it down.
Yeah. Did I make that an unarmed strike against the door?
Yeah, that's not gonna go well, Jack. I'm not a strength-based character.
No.
No. This is +5. I mean, but I've been rolling pretty decently. I rolled a 19.
It's more, you like look at it and you're like, this ain't the first door I kicked down, and it's more about the finesse of the strike, and it goes and it busts open, and you hit at the exact weight weak point.
Cool. I think I have like 5 more feet of movement, and my cat's endurance or whatever it's called to actually walk into there.
Take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's fine. I'm not even asking for what at this point. Like, okay.
Just hitting a brick wall to kick it open.
Yeah,
it definitely breaks
cool.
open with how hard you hit it, 100%.
Yeah.
But your foot hurt.
And yell, I think this way is the way, guys. Come on.
Yeah, you see a bunch of disheveled boxes with that perception from earlier. You definitely see like where the disturbed crates and stuff are right over there. And you see like what would have been like another fake wall behind it, like, you know, coming from another building, and you know, you're starting to be like, what the fuck is this place? Alright, that was the fire had actually already gone, so we're not going to roll that again. Tanarin is up, and he says, I was like, Tanarin? Oh, wait.
Yeah, you said it like it was a PC.
I know.
I was like, oh damn! And like someone pings on chat. I was like, is someone gonna jump in and chat?
Oh, that would have been cool. No, I think he.
Yeah, what's Snail up to? Get him in here.
Yeah, get him in here.
I do miss Snail. They've been doing well. See, the thing is, Aaron's lucky they're not holding anything metal. And, second, and he says, tisk, 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 and he reaches through the fire and pulls that dagger out.
Damn it.
He's gonna take 3 fire damage, which is not that bad at all. This is actually halved. And then he's gonna use that as like part of like drawing it. He's gonna use his action to you see it coats with a venom on it, and then he's gonna take a bonus action, and he's going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Any reaction?
Yeah, screw it. I'll counterspell his spell.
All right. At a 3rd level, he went to go cast Landing Smite on his dagger. You see, he went to go like enchant, like a rune glyph was about to light up on it, and you immediately recognize that as artificer magic. Of the Steel Defender also wasn't a thing, but you bat out that 3rd level upcast spell, and he says, "Curse you! You're such a bother." We'll move on to initiative. Morgen, Max just called out to you about kicking down a door.
All right. I suppose I am going to move as far as I can.
Your passive perception, you definitely heard like shouting and noise and stuff from the inside at this point.
All right. So that's going to be a whole dash for me.
All right, yeah, you come hiking in, just like old lady putting the skirt up, you know, and just like dashing. All right, any bonuses?
I can't see into another room to teleport, so we're just going to stay here.
All right, is Joaquin with you? Is he up? Is he out?
Yeah, I think he'd just be on the shoulder.
Oh yeah. I asked and then did not have his token readily available. Like, I just kind of set myself up for that one. Like, hey, you want that bird? Okay, fuck, 1 minute.
Too bad. He's somewhere else.
He's not here right now. Boy, I'm getting some slop. Leave me alone, Mom. 1 second. He's on the other thing. Would you command him to do anything?
No.
All right, cool. We will move on in initiative then, and I'll let Ludo take his turn while I go look for my token.
Yeah, Ludo's gonna follow Morgen and Mox. And is it like super apparent that this is a fake wall,
Yeah.
like a hidden door?
Now that you
I would've
barged
called it out
in,
if you
Morgen,
walked
yeah,
in.
Morgan's passive would be easy enough to spot it as well.
Can we tell, like, where, like, with my divine sense, do I know that we're trying to get to this room here?
Oh, is it still active? Well, it's an action, spend awareness until the end of your next turn. So yeah, and it's still actually up. Very specifically until the end of your next turn. So as you come walking up, you get that ping like straight ahead in the room in front of you.
Ooh.
Like heavy fucking fiendish.
How sturdy does this wall look?
I mean,
I like where your head's at.
hey, you
Like
tell
we're
me, what do
thinking
you want to do? Are you asking if they have the best contractors
Well, I
in
wanna
here?
use my dash action and use my yeah, use a dash action and like my Avandra shield bash. Can I use that?
Hey, whenever there's not a door, just make one, baby. I fucking love it. Go ahead, make that attack roll of the shield bash. And I'll, you know what? I'll be nice. I'll remind you. You have DM inspiration from the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Mona use it.
Kool-Aid Man here.
Oh yeah. Of all the sound clips I have ready, not that one.
Not that
Oh
one.
yeah.
I was kind of waiting to see if he actually made it through this. It could be bang, alerting Saeryn that someone's close.
Where do I roll that?
It would just be should just be what perfect. 24 to hit. Go ahead. I'll ask you now. Do you want to add a smite into that? I will say
I don't.
objects do have damage thresholds in D&D.
Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and supercharge the shield with just a level 1 smite.
Hell yeah.
Does the wall have to make a DC 14 strength saving throw?
You know, we'll find out. All right.
What is this?
Told
Crtiical
Hythenos,
Role?
tear down this wall.
All right, yeah, let's roll your damage on the attack and the smite damage onto it. And that would be with the regular attack modifier. So the shield, I think it's probably at 1d8. I'll say 1d8.
Yeah, there's not actually a damage listed on here, but
Yeah, what's your weapon damage?
so 1d8.
Yeah, I'll say
Oh,
whatever your
Jack
weapon
rolls
damage is.
Damage is
You do that while Jack rolls for contractor.
1d6 plus 4.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
1d6 plus 4.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna roll this.
Yeah, roll that and then add a smite onto it.
It's a smite 2. Is it 2d8?
2d8,
or
yeah.
1d8?
Yeah,
2d8.
first level is
Oh,
2d8.
1d6.
Yeah. All right, now we're gonna get into if this wall fiendish or not.
I mean, where's the wood from? Is the wood from?
Aim for the
9 plus
warped
7,
wood. The
16.
warped wood. It's abyssal.
Yeah, it's abyssal wood.
You do see the wall begin to crack and smash through, right where the point of the shield that where the blast was. You do see like a hole poke through, so you're able to see into it. And you're pretty much able to get a view of the back of Tanarin Hythanos, a drow, and probably the horns of Saeryn poking up underneath. The door is it's not fully open yet. You beat the attack and the damage threshold, but it's not fully broken yet. But you fucked it up and you feel it's very, very weakened now.
Yeah, take that, wall.
Hell yeah. Fuck you, wall!
Hey, Mox, Megen. I think Arlo's in here. I see a drow.
All right, that would be nice. I mean, that's a pretty beautiful turn. I think so.
Yeah, that's great.
This song is called Ironwood.
Nice.
Sometimes it just works.
Yep.
Dio's turn, and he's gonna be like, "Whoa, what the? Jumping in like the Kool-Aid Man, a big ogre that jumps into walls and steals people." All right. And he's gonna.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't sound like cool. No aid.
And you see Dio. He's like, "All right, what do you want me to do? I can't attack a robot."
What do you mean you can't take a robot?
Oh, well, here goes nothing, and he swipes out with his dagger. It's gonna be 11, plus 8 to hit, so that's a 19, and then that is, yeah, D4 plus 5 is 8. So that 14. So he does 17 slashing damage or piercing damage with the dagger. And that is going to be heft. You see against the construct, the normal damage against it is not quite as much. And he says, I've never attacked metal before. What are you supposed to want me to hit? He says,
Does it have any vulnerable spots like an eyes or throat?
Won't see any eyes. I like those crystals, though. I might grab some of that.
Those are incredibly valuable crystals. You should absolutely tear them from the
now
head
you
of
tell
the
me
robot.
that. You should have led with it. And that'll be his turn.
This is a common dynamic.
He says, how did you get me into this mess? And that'll be your turn, Saeryn.
It's very expensive rocks. That's how I usually get you in the misses.
Oh, ain't that the truth? Now, how are you gonna get us out? As if he didn't bring you here. It's so good. Lord Typhanos wants you dead. Lord
This in the
Merriweather.
song specifically, Lord Typhanos wants you dead.
It's called Lord Merriweather Wants You Dead, but like these song titles are really on fucking point tonight. Yeah. This is definitely what this sounds like in this room right now.
Saeryn looks at Ithos. Did you just poison the dagger in front of me?
What to put you down with?
Alright, well, hold on a second. I pull out a... Oh, this is a wand, actually. It's not a dagger. And I cast, using my wand of dark magic missiles, I hit a 5th level dark magic missile.
Yes.
Nice.
Alright, so that's 3 from the first cast. And then how
Hold
many?
on, I'll pull it up. +4. So it's gonna, I think, a total of 7.
Yep. Fuck yeah, so that'd be 7 spell attack rolls.
Yeah, hold on. So the first one is 17.
Hits. So 7.
Yeah, so I hit the button and it immediately just like darked out, like grayed out a whole bunch of my stuff. So I'm gonna just roll a bunch of stuff over and over again.
Yeah, just do the D4, 2D4s for each one. And
Oh, 2d4. Well, let's see if I crit or critically miss anything.
Yeah, and you rolled attacks first. Yeah, my bad.
All right, so it's gonna be plus 8.
Dark magic missile. Dark magic missile doesn't auto hit.
Nope.
Nope. If I crit, it does cool stuff. If I crit fail, it does bad stuff.
And you see, he uses a reaction to go to cast shield, but the shield spell says you take no damage from magic missile.
And this is
Jim's dark magic missile is a completely different spell. And he says, "Where did you get that?" 20 hits. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
That's just right. That's just right.
How appropriate.
Alright, read to them what a natural 1 does.
If the attack roll for any missile is a 1, all missiles miss their targets and blow up in your face, dealing 1 force damage per missile to you.
Somewhere Chris Perkins is cackling. So that
I
is
take
7 force damage. Oh no, and he doesn't
To
take
the
the
face.
7.
And I take a total of 7 because I was throwing 7 of them out there. So you have a dig, I have a wand, and the wand goes. And I just try to cast a wand, and a bunch of bolts. And you said he already cast shield.
Yep.
A whole bunch of magic missiles come out, scream around him like anime missile style,
like,
and then just kind
everyone
of swerve
ducks and
back at me.
dives. Yeah, they like ping off walls and ricochet. Pew 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 pew.
What is the more keywords can I remember? Ow! Ow! Ow!
You stated it pings off walls. Does it do anything to the wall we damaged?
It is right in front of him. Yes, I'm gonna roll 2d4. One of those missiles hits it and does 2 damage to the wall.
Damn it.
Yay!
You see what could have been possibly 1 really strong attack or 2 good attacks might now be like 1 left good hit on this wall needed now.
Oh man, I was hoping when he's like it pings off walls.
The force damage like would allow like like a creature could squeeze through with like an acrobatics check. You know, a cat may be a little easier. All right, Saeryn, any bonus actions?
Well, I'm definitely gonna move.
All right.
Ah!
Yeah, you come swinging around like, and he says,
Actually, not there. There.
Yeah. He says, "Is that all you got? What was that all about?
He exploded in my hand.
Not very effective."
I'm not that kind of wizard.
All right, Max, your turn.
Not that kind. Seeing the wall like
Insane.
shake a little bit and like dust flying off of it, you're like, Mox is like, okay, interesting. He runs up. You sort of like past Ludo.
Uh-huh.
So 2 attacks. He's gonna pull out. He has Malice out at this point. He's gonna pull out also the secondary weapon, the little Spitfire
shotgun.
Devotion, the little shotgun he has, Devotion, little hand shotgun, and he's gonna pop a shot of Devotion into the wall, hoping to do just bust it in a little bit before he hopefully makes his move in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing he's gonna do.
I make an attack roll. You have to hit a 15 AAC.
How about 23?
That will definitely hit.
Let's pop through that.
Yeah.
We roll damage on that. Probably not great damage. 13 points of damage.
This was the shotgun.
That was the devotion.
Roll
small.
an extra D8 on there.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, turns out shotguns are kind of, have extra damage against walls.
Sort of knock walls down.
Yeah. It turns out that's their one weakness.
Turns out. I'm now putting siege weapon on devotion.
All right. Okay, all three of you need to make a Constitution saving throw. As Mox walks up to this wall, boom, in this tiny room with wooden walls and a cement floor.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't really think things through all the time. That's a natural one.
Yeah.
You're deafened.
Morgan and Mox are under the deafened condition.
With your
Cool.
sensitive cat ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of you are ringing. Yours, Ludo, is just ringing with the holy righteousness of saving your friend.
Is the wall opened up where I can now?
Yes, the wall is
comfortably get
fully
through?
opened up. A medium creature can
Sweet.
easily put
So
through.
10, 15, 20
Oh my
at this
God.
point. Ringing. I mean, immune suggestion. That might be a good thing that I'm deafened. At this point, I see 3 hostiles. I know I have at least 3 hostiles on me, but I do see.
Mhm.
Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna assume hostiles at this point, since Saeryn is sort of tucked back alone, because I don't know.
You
I
did
don't
see
know
me attempt to cast spells at Hythenos.
That's true. That's true. Through that, I did see that. So that
Yeah.
was the offhand weapon there. I have another.
You saw my horrible failure.
I saw your horrible failure. I have my other weapon. So that was the one shot with.
I will say
devotion.
Ludo's probably had the best sight of it, since it was a small hole in the wall. But yeah. You see Saeryn staring down, things like there's definitely time for interactions.
I can't hear anything.
Oh yeah. Saeryn, what are you doing
I'm
as Mox
shooting.
blasts through the wall and walks through?
I'm yelling, "It's Hythenos! Get him! Get Hythenos!" And all here's a...
Alright.
You guys are having hyper toast? I don't know what that means. I don't know what hyper toast means. Okay. And
Wah,
are you?
wah, 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 wah,
Yeah.
wah.
Yeah, you just took a big whippet.
Yeah, basically. I'm shooting the first thing that's the closest
Yeah.
thing. I'm actually gonna roll a D3 here. One.
I love it.
I'm going to.
I love it.
1 is Hythenos, 2 is the cat, 3 is the robot. How do I do that? Slash. No,
We all know
R-
how this is gonna go, right?
R slash
Mhm.
1D3. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it slash R? Slash R, my bad.
Yeah.
Slash R space
Slash R,
D3.
sorry.
Slash R space 1D3.
1D3.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
coming a mile
Okay.
away.
I mean, okay. I shoot at the cat.
We'll say in your defense, you were told he is the biggest killer in that corral.
I was told he is the biggest killer non-corral at this point.
yeah.
At 26.
That will definitely
to
hit.
shoot at the cat. So that one hit.
Maybe Hythenos thinks he has backup. Like he's gonna be so
Maybe.
confused.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know he's there, but yeah, exactly. He was told that that was a cat, violent. It's just shooting at this point. 16 points
Oh,
of
yeah.
malice damage at that point. That was my 2 attacks. Technically, it was like devotion is an offhand weapon.
Yeah. He's gonna
So,
shy and
bonus
he's
action.
gonna yell at you, "Why are you shooting me? I'm here to help your friend." And he's like gestures to Saeryn and then he gestures to Hythenos.
Okay, can I insight check this at this point
Make an insight
at
check.
disadvantage?
Yes.
Saeryn, you can read Saren's face probably, where he's like, "What are you doing?"
Okay, I'm gonna insight check this to figure out what I just did.
That one.
A 16.
They're both pointing at the drow.
They're both pointing at the drow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if they're both pointing at the drow, then the only thing I can possibly do at that point is go very confused, like, oh, and shake my head and action surge.
Yep.
And take 2 shots at the drow. This is such a clusterfuck.
There's one guy. It's John Wick we're fighting or something. What's going on?
And a 14.
23. 1 second. Will hit the 14. Will miss because you see the one bypasses the shield on him.
Yeah. Let me check one thing, as I know that hits. No, that's nothing. Yeah, Deadeye shot, but I know that area hits. Disarming roll. Is he holding anything?
A dagger.
Or is he...
And a rod in the other hand.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use a crit point. I'm gonna use a grit point, my last one at this point, to disarming shot on him. So, the strength saving throw on that.
13.
He drops. Let's see. Drops 1 held object. So the rod at this point, he'll drop the rod.
Ding, 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 ding. Clatters to the ground.
Okay. I have to see if that adds anything to my. I think it just you make 1 point. No, it just drops it.
Yep.
There's a DC 16 for that, and I need to roll that. 12 points of piercing damage from Alice.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm more movement, but at this point, I'm there. This is what I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
Probably talking way too loud. Just like, okay, we're shooting the drow now.
We're shooting the drow now. You're like yelling.
Man, I wish I had more action to do. Run over and pick that thing up.
There you go. Makeshift rod. Red rod. All right. On the fire's turn. Bottom one, D4.
Sucks.
1, 2. Top one.
Haha, use your 1 interaction to pick up the rod.
Right?
Yeah, no.
Ah, shit.
Both these fires spread out over towards
Cat shot and on fire.
where Dio's at. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. All right. Now that he's actually in it, actually use his stats. Make the easier button. All right, he's going to.
The amount of cluster that just happened of shooting this big gun, causing us to go deaf, running in the room, seeing the fat cat that we knew that was attacking the biggest killer in the town.
So 7, so he's going to take 3 fire damage as he dodges out of the way of the fire, as then he's able to jump back successfully.
If Jack's talking, he's on mute.
Wasn't talking? Well, thank you for saying that. I was doing some math.
I think he
It
was
was
working
real
on the
quiet.
fire.
It was real quiet.
Yeah, I was rolling a
for long
bunch of them.
time,
Yeah,
so I was trying to fill dead air.
No, thank you. I was rolling some fire as it started spreading out over to where Dio was, and he jumps back out with a nice dex save. And now it will be Tenarin's turn, and he's looking around and he says, "All right, it's getting a little bit more messy than I wanted, and you are getting on my last nerves." And he sees that the defender is over on you, and he sees that Mox came through a wall behind him, and he's has around his neck a little necklace with a bunch of little like beads on it. He's gonna grab one of those beads, and he's gonna throw it over right here through the wall.
boy.
And you see as he pulls away from his necklace of fireballs that erupts.
Yeah. At that point, you hear Mox go, "What?"
Amazing. So all of you need dexterity saving throws. Mox, Ludo, Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
This feels more like D&D.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Oh man.
That's a big hole.
It's a small bead.
It'd probably been more like Morgan would have been like right on the edge of it, since you wouldn't have been able to get too far through the wall. But Morgan would still be there. 11, 18, 6. It is a DC 15, so 11 and 6 fail. That will be... Well, we all know what this is. 8d6. Can you still hear me?
Oh jeez.
Yep.
All right, we'll head 666 in there. 34, and you just hear a little cackling.
Oh no.
Ludo next to you from the fire.
Oh gosh.
I'm back. He was born out of the flames with the 666. What the fuck is
Mox
happening?
takes 17. Mox takes 17 points instead of the 34.
Yeah, you're able to dodge that. Ludo and Morgan take 34 on that fireball. Let's get that imp in initiative. Actually, he should have a stat sheet on him. Hell yeah, he's built into roll 20. Love that. 11. Yeah, it's perfect.
Is this only the second time this campaign that we've just summoned an imp?
Yep. If 666 is rolled, a
666
fucking imp is coming out. Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, like it seems like he was like born out of like almost as if the bead of fireballs was like an egg that cracked open that he was like living in.
Oh man, cannon.
Yep.
Every time this dude throws one, an imp shows up.
All right, Morgan, it is your turn. That room is on fire now, by the way. So you guys are covered in flames. So you feel like any time spent in here, so like any, if you end your turn in a room with fire, you'll have to take a little bit of damage. I know that's like really obscuring on the map for the everything, so I'm gonna take that away for now and just let you all know that the room is on fire.
I guess for purposes of vision, can I see past Ludo at all?
Yeah. That whatever was left of that wall is now blown wide open in cinders.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So I'll
sure
use
that-
my bonus action, and we're gonna Blessing of the Raven Queen out of this room.
Fuck yeah.
I'm sure that did wonders for that fireball. Did wonders for our hearing.
Oh yeah. well, actually, you didn't hear it. Oh,
I didn't hear it. Yeah.
Did you end your turn? Yeah, make a con save again.
Who, me?
Yeah.
15.
All right, you're no longer deaf.
Oh, cool.
And then Morgan, make one at the end of your turn again.
Alrighty, I need to choose an action first. That was the bonus to teleport in here. I'm going to, gosh, I don't know. I'm going to Toll the Dead on the draft.
There's some save and throw.
Yes, sir.
It'll be a 5.
Remember if you're within 10 feet of me, you
Oh yeah, Ludo's aura.
Oh, that's
Thank
not
you.
for
Let
the
me prop
dying.
that up for people.
Where's my button for the damage for?
What's your aura? What's the?
I think it's 10 feet.
Yeah, for our current level
Oh,
paladin
would-
is 10 feet.
Would Morgan been in it during the deck save?
No,
It wouldn't have mattered.
You should have been out of it.
I measured.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but you were actually in it.
All right, nice.
Marcus was
That's
in it, but you passed anyway.
Yeah. Thanks.
so you would have been 9 damage.
Yeah, 9 damage.
Doesn't that suck when the Rolls higher on the lower one for that one.
Yeah, and damage is higher. Jeez.
D12s are fickle.
It's like seeing the higher damage on the single-handed weapon and the double-handed is like lower.
Mhm.
You're like, how is that possible?
Every time almost. Sorry. But bonus action, any movement?
Yeah, I just moved just a little bit.
Awesome, perfect. Yeah, you move in, and now it's getting a little flooded in here. Make that con save before I forget. Sorry.
Oh,
Now that you're in the open air. All right, yeah, nice. You passed the. You are able to hear again. The deafness clears. All right, Ludo, it's your turn. You're in this burning room. There's an imp next to you. You just had a fireball thrown at you.
Yeah.
He looks at you.
I'm
Feeling spicy.
I want to get out of this room.
You're like, this is not consensual, imp. He will make an opportunity attack at you.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh my god, this is so fucking dumb.
I think we needed a little bit of dumb.
21 hit. There.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so that's going to be 7 piercing damage, then make a con save. Alright. You take 14 poison damage on top of that.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
You take half on poison.
Well, it's necrotic and disease. I'm resistant and immune to, so poison. So how much?
That would have been 21 total. 7 piercing, 14 poison.
All right.
You don't get your +5 added?
It's already built in, I think.
Yeah, his charisma is the +2, and it's already on his
Oh.
on his saves.
Yeah, it doesn't look. I'm just okay. Yeah, it just looks weird to me that it's only a +3.
Yeah, because your con is what's your con?
Yeah, my con's only a 13,
Got it.
so plus 1. Yeah. All right. Let's take a swing at Tanarin Hythenos.
Yeah. With that Silverlight magical spear,
Yep, an 18 to hit.
will hit.
For 9 damage, and we'll throw a smite on
All right. For his purposes, he does
go.
count as fiend. Since you have
that.
been
Let's go
detecting that.
second level.
All right, so that will be 48. He is a fiend drow. All right, so it's 20.
one number away from conjuring another demon there, my friend.
Yep, you were. I'm holding true to that word. Nice. Yeah.
I can't wait to the final boss battle, and Ludo just keeps rolling 4D.
Yeah. Oh.
666. He just keeps conjuring freaking imps.
I forgot on Tanarin's turn when he threw the fireball that Steel Defender's going to take some attacks. That's Saeryn. That's what I forgot to do.
He doesn't have to.
I mean, you know. That's all right. All right, that's going to be 17 to hit.
I legitimately don't think he can miss.
Yeah.
I'll take that first hit.
He gets just the one. So that's lucky.
Got it. Okay.
Be 5 force damage.
Roger that.
All right, sorry, Ludo. Take your turn.
Second swing.
You'll see that happens in tandem.
Did that roll through or
14. That will hit, and you see on this one he's going to cast up a shield. You cast a spell to cast shield. Any reactions?
All right, and
All right, Noah, moving on.
no reactions from me. But bonus action, I am going to bonus action cast Compelled Duel.
So, wisdom save.
Oops.
I know it's Saeryn.
Yep.
All right. 17.
Oh. Hey.
And he looks at you, he's like, oh, you want a piece of me?
Extra crispy, please.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter where I get the blood of Exandria from after all, huh?
Alright, and that's my turn.
Alright, now the imp's turn. He's gonna come up, moving up to Mox. And he says, I'm gonna sting ya!
Oh God! What are you? What are you?
I'm your worst fucking nightmare. 23 to hit. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Silvery barbs. Silvery barbs.
Silvery barb from him.
You said absolutely not. I'm gonna roll it again. 16 to hit.
Ah, damn! I think meets it, beats it.
Yeah. All right.
He's my
All right.
class.
That's gonna be 5 piercing damage, and then roll a con save, DC 11. Yeah, much worse damage roll. So you only take the 5 piercing damage.
The advantage goes to Dio, and I say, all right, so you're not so good at the robot. Go stab Hythenos.
Oh wait, I gotta dance around this fire. All right,
I'll
Neil.
step to the side so you can get past me. You're not a horse tile anymore. You can pierce through my 5-foot square. Go!
Yeah, he kind of goes and does around his little tabaxi thing. The thing will take its opportunity attack against him. 14 will miss him. Dio will make that attack.
At advantage.
All right.
Kill your character. Kill your character.
It'll
Oh,
be
19.
with the shield up, it will miss. Yeah. Yeah, and he goes, tries and stab and gets deflected by the ward.
I did think he said horse tile also.
It sounded like horse tile. I was like, what's a horse tile?
Amazing. Amazing. All right, and Dio's like, that's all I got. All right, that will be Saeryn, your turn. All this is happening in front of you. The chaos has just erupted.
Hey, you guys want to see me do something dumb?
Yeah.
Always.
Sure. You watched us bust through a wall.
I wanna assume that he says that and actually says that. As his friends come pour your wall.
Hey guys, see me do something dumb?
Yeah. Sure. At this point, I think dumb is a little bit what we need.
Dun, 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 dun. It already used
I
its
get to
reaction.
that tile. I have 35 movement speed. The Steel Defender, I don't believe, has a reaction.
Cannot.
But if it does, then you can hit me. That's fine.
Nope. Only got one.
All right. I'm going to use my object interaction. Do I get an object interaction as part of movement?
If you're picking up the staff,
That's my idea. I'm going to pick up the staff.
Yeah. I'll say maybe they'll take up a bonus action if you're not intending to use it.
I'm not intending to use
Okay.
it. I'm literally just scrambling it up in my hands.
Yeah, I'll say, especially with the you do a little hoof kick as you come grapple past it.
Just like flick it up, catch it.
Give me a yeah. I was gonna say, give me a sleight of hand.
And then I'm going to keep moving.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna jump over Ludo. This is my action as a dash.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll say with that as part of the dash, you're easily enough to scoop it up. Object interaction with a dash.
I can basically scoop it up and I'm gonna say I mirthfully just and I just land over here away from the fire and everyone else.
Beautiful. And yeah, he had already used his reaction as well. Hyphanos did so.
Exactly.
No
I saw
reaction.
him do that and I was like, ha.
Perfect. Yep. I would say perfect. Perfect economy on that. Fuck yeah, you see Saeryn just go scrambling over, and that'll bring us up to Mox, unless you got anything else to shout out or do.
No, that's all my economy.
All right, Mox.
All right, so I'm putting devotion away because at this point it's item interaction. He's gonna holster that for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it would do freehand start reloading.
Yeah, he needs to reload it, and at this point he's not gonna reload it. I was gonna do something, but then I wasn't gonna just run up and boot that staff out of the way, but then Saeryn comes screaming through and just grabs it and jumps across the room. I was like, oh, okay, that was my plan also, is to get rid of that. Okay, cool. And then like back to Imp, he like let's find out Pete. He takes aim at the Imp with the first shot. A 17 to hit the Imp.
Almost positive that will hurt. Definitely roll that damage. Yep.
Yeah, I want to see if it pops this Imp.
14
points of damage.
Imp dead.
Okay.
Explodes
so
in a burst
like,
of ichor.
He sees you jump over top of Ludo, and he's like, that was my idea also. And like he grabs his gun, and under his right arm, he just pops behind him, like not even looking, just and pops that Imp just so he didn't have to deal with him. Takes a couple steps forward.
Yeah, because your gun feed allows you to shoot within melee.
Yes, correct. And then gets a clear shot on Hyphanos, and uses his second attack on Hyphanos with Malice. It's like a 20 something, I think. 25 to hit. 16 points of piercing damage.
Magical, perfect.
Yes, yeah, it is magical.
Looking fucked up.
Oh, I get something for the Imp was.
Oh yeah, you get a grit point back from the Imp.
Grip. Yeah,
and the and
Malice
specifically the Malice charge as well.
Yeah, I do get a Malice.
Yeah, you see the silver flash, especially because it's fiendish, so it does get like it gets the good juice from that. That is what that weapon is built for.
Yep. I'm going to then use my second wind to roll 10 points of healing damage. Because I'm feeling better. Whoop, nope. That was definitely not heal. That was definitely, there you go. Yeah, you hit second wind, and then you hit 10 points and damage. Nope, that's not it. Let's see, I only moved 5 feet. I'm going to jump back, sort of back here, so I still have an eye on him, but out of the way a little bit. And that's my turn.
Alright. So, first fire, 1, 2, 3, doesn't spread. Second fire, 1, 4, does not spread, because it's all spreading into itself. Same up.
So many fires
there. Yeah, I'm like, why have I made this system? But I'm doing rolls for each
Why have
one.
I done this to myself?
Yeah. Make sure you give yourself more work, DM.
Yep. Fire spreads down from this one to this. They're right here. One spreads here. This wall is engulfed.
Well, it might have caused a problem.
I think we only did one of those things. Well, I don't think I did any of those things.
I did the table. The table's my fault.
Yeah, you see the flame is now very much starting to spread, and like that one whole room you came in through is now just like a burning inferno. That is that turn. It's gonna be back to Tanarin. And he says, well, maybe sometimes it's just gotta be going down in an inferno. He's gonna go ahead and make an attack at Ludo. 26 to hit.
Cool.
3 barbs.
Mm-hmm.
Crit fail.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
Yeah, it would have been really, really bad. He'll make a second attack with it. 20 to hit.
A 20 does hit.
Alright, and then that will be make a DC 15 con save.
Advantage to Ludo.
Ludo roll with advantage.
Jeez. This freaking luck wizard, man.
I'm doing my best. Okay.
You can only do so much.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So you take 8 piercing and 18
Oh, wait.
poison.
What's the oh, is it 15? Yeah, I can't. Still have that inspiration, but alright, how much do I take?
8 piercing, 18 poison.
So 26 total.
Yeah.
I am down.
Shit, what?
Yeah, that
Alright.
makes sense. That fireball was brutal.
Alright.
The fireball hit me hard.
Daenerys is gonna look over at the robot and he says, come, finish him off. And it's gonna come slinking past. Mox is gonna make a reaction attack against the robot.
Not Mox.
Dio, I mean. Sorry. The other cat. Misses. And now this robot's gonna make an attack at you, Ludo. At advantage because you're prone, so 16 to hit.
Misses.
It's the armor.
Jesus fucking Christ. With a plus 10! You can't hit a paladin laying on the ground! It was supposed to be dramatic! Alright.
Smacks his armor.
Morgan, your turn.
Just trying to get it in there before the healer comes up.
No, I love it. I'm here for all of this.
So I am going to just give a first level
sorry.
healing.
At the same time, Tanarin will also cast a bonus action because he forgot that you can do that on his turn.
I
He's
used
gonna,
my reaction.
yep, he's gonna cast a spell.
Oh wait, I forgot that since Ludo's at 0 points, I rolled for.
Oh, yep. So you'll be
So it'd just be 8. Yeah.
8 points and Ludo's up. Laying prone, back from unconscious. At the same time, you see Tanarin cast a spell around himself. In that same moment, remembering that he has a bonus action that he can do. Anything else from Morgan?
Yeah. For my action, I am going to pull out just like a small clay doll and mold it into a liking of Tanarin as I curse him with my channel divinity, Path to the Grey. So she kind of molds this clay doll in the shape of Tanarin, and with one of her long fingernails draws an X across the heart on the doll. The next attack that hits him he has vulnerability.
Yeah, describe the necrotic energy that surrounds him in this curse.
So as her fingernail scratches the doll's heart, there's like this these lines, this purple X on both the doll and across his actual heart.
Amazing. And it's just sitting there. And that will be an amazing. And you see he kind of grimaces and he spits blood at you. And he says, "Oh, you have no idea what we're all working to. What lies beneath the city, the power that lies there. The gods, they cursed the bloody bloke. They left him there to suffer. Not until our side maybe made an offer. Go ahead, try and save his soul if you can." And we'll move on to Ludo.
Oh, good. Hythenos is schizo posting.
There is always a path to redemption, except for you.
He says
pow.
as he's waking up from a coma.
Oh, yeah.
Even past any reaction that he could cast? Do you pump any smite into this?
Second level. Oh yeah, second level smite.
So that will be 8d8 smite damage. Or no, you roll the regular 4d8 damage, and then everything is totaled. That's rolled is doubled. Right, Morgan?
Yeah, the damage total is just double.
Awesome. So that's 17 total.
34.
All right. Ludo. How do you want to do this?
Oh, man. Yeah, I think as he stands up while this guy's trying to monologue about, the important work that they're doing to gain the power from this godly figure that's below the city, he just stands up and cuts off his monologue, and spouts out that this figure deserves redemption, but you do not, as he swings the silver light spear and crushes it right through his skull. And I think it just goes right through his skull, right where the widow's peak is almost hidden, just to accentuate, just the dot at the bottom of the exclamation point.
Hell yeah, and it just finality crunches, collapses to the ground. And there's a moment. The robot that's sitting there deactivates its master, incapacitated the power source that was keeping it active. The red crystals that were glowing with that arcane energy powering it deactivate. But still sitting there with the full power. And y'all have a split second before fire keeps spreading. Theo says, "All right, the rage whoop."
Time to what?
Time to rage whoop.
Rage loot.
Focus on the robot, Dio.
Oh.
The robot's deactivated.
That's cool. That's
Boy, hey, don't make fun how I talk.
No, I think because I want him to tear the ruidium off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we might have to just carry it out to do that, something like that.
Yeah, you see he goes over, he'll pick that dagger up from Hythenos, the one that has a little snake coil on it. He says, "I can always use a new dagger unless anyone, you guys want one of this?"
I think just let's get the important things out, and we'll divvy up loot later.
Yeah. And he'll go over here and he'll start scooping up a bunch of papers and stuff. With haste, tabaxi footwork, he goes over here and snatches this bag over here before it fully engulfed in flames. He'll take the damage for that.
I watch Dio running around, really working up a sweat to do this, and Saeryn just looks at me and goes, "Dio, come on, man, I'm a wizard." And I point at one of the flames, and I just extinguish a 5-foot cube of it with control flames. It's a cantrip.
Nice. Yeah.
It's like, there goes out.
So you extinguish
one of those every 6 seconds, so we still have to leave.
Yeah, you grab the one like next to the one that he was grabbing. Saeryn, next to you, on the ground next to where Tanarin is, you see there's that like real red handkerchief that he unfolded, and the bag says, "There he is, my brother. You have to get him."
Please
I'm gonna run over there. I have the staff in one hand. I'm gonna run over there and pick up the handkerchief.
Yeah, did you think I was talking about the robot? Yowza.
Of course, I thought you were talking about the robot. I thought you were talking about the one with eyes.
No, it's the... Yeah, you got the handkerchief. That's my brother, or was my brother.
Actually, Morgan, if you do that, I do have shape water as a cantrip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely going to be casting Create Food and Water. I can put 30 gallons of water on the floor per cast.
So
Jeez.
that is enough. The water splashes, and you're able to, with a couple casts of that, I think is
I'll
enough
expend
to stop it before the fire. Because you saw the fire was about to start spreading even more. But this, we're loosely out of initiative. So, before it gets out of control, because pretty much this next round, I would have been saying, okay, this building is coming down. But you get the water in just in time. And let me find some more fun music. It's silent. It's quiet as...
The grave?
The grave cleric.
There it is. Quiet as the grave cleric. That's a good episode title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is good.
All right. So that fire is quickly extinguished. You all have seconds to take a look around. Anything that is on this table is completely incinerated.
Anything that Dio didn't grab, yeah.
Yeah. He grabbed like that bag. He grabbed from like in here, but there's like a bunch of letters, correspondences, other stuff over here. There's like a bunch of other crates and whatnot.
I'm less interested in the wizard, more interested in the giant metal man because he's potential weaponry for me. So
you can go ahead and make a tinkerer's tools check.
ooh.
If you're looking for like points, pieces, things of valuable, or what would be detachables, what would everyone else be doing?
I'm gonna walk over to Hythnos and I'm gonna hit the loot button, I think. So
Hit that loot.
Yeah.
you're fired.
That's what Ludo was kind of thinking that too, since he's pulling his silver-like spear out of his forehead.
Oh, that just rolled tinkers.
Well, you really
So
just...
that's
I didn't know you could put a spear there.
And
Normally people go for Santa Mass.
And Dio will give you the help action on the loot. He says, "Let's see what we find." Well, whoa.
Can I just roll a
Whoa.
dexterity check there, Jack? Is that what a tinker's tool is?
Yeah, make it it would be dexterity with proficiency. Yeah, sorry if you have to do like use tool in the top right of thing. Perfect.
It's been so long.
Hey guys,
Tools.
the issue that Hythnos was a bad luck charm.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
The
it is?
curse
killed
is
it and
broken.
I'm just.
All right. So,
I'm just gonna roll.
just make it up.
I'm just gonna slide it.
Yeah, dexterity plus proficiency is
Basically- it's
literally
basically
it's
it.
the formula. Yeah.
It's basically it.
Yeah, sorry.
So that's my bad. 14.
Awesome. It'll take like a few minutes, which I mean, you look like you probably have some time. The inside of this room is pretty bad, but you feel like it didn't get big enough to where like people on the outside would have started noticing. There's probably some smoke pouring out the front of the building. Probably a little bit of signs if anyone's in the area, But you feel like you have some minutes to take some time to pry over a few gems.
Yeah, whatever useful bits and pieces
Yeah.
I can pull out.
Yeah, I'll say you can add an inventory will be automaton machinery parts, and then add in two. You'd be able to get 2 of those red crystals intact if you are handling them.
Okay.
So you grab the red gems and you go put them away in the pocket with the tools and stuff. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Put that down.
And some automaton parts, because let's see what I can do with that later on.
Mm-hmm.
Build a bit of mousetrap.
Because why not? Yeah.
All right. What's Ludo and Morgen doing in this time?
Well, I guess since Saeryn or Arlo is searching TH here, yeah, let's look around. I guess this table that's here. Anything's over here, and this
Staff
is
has
still
been picked up. Yeah,
laying
Saeryn,
there.
you have this red staff that has the red crystal on it. Full red staff. So add into Naren's red staff to inventory for now. Yeah, so the table, anything that hasn't been burned up has been pretty much fully looted. So
Okay.
pretty much you'll be able to you can start picking up any loose correspondences, letters and stuff like that around.
What about anything that's on the far side of this room?
Go ahead and give me a investigation check. And then Morgan, you're going and gathering up letters and stuff like that.
Yeah, just trying to find any documents of any interest or research notes, anything personal to near.
Yeah, definitely. You see lots of a few personal letters. You see correspondence with what would be the veil, promises of you get a few letters that the language basically reads he strong-armed his way into here. He's not, he's had criminal connections, but the veil, it's if you're paying good enough, we'll do work with you, basically. And that's what you're seeing. Hey, let me use this bug out room, no questions, no eyes, keep the streets in the area clear of this time on this day, and put the word out for this, and we'll make it very, very worth it. So you see basically how he was able to very quickly with lots and lots of cash and noble political persuasion, was able to make this happen very quickly. You also see there are a few other letters and scrawls. He has notes about the creation of living weapons. You're scanning it and you catch out hints of what's saying arms of the betrayers, souls empowering sentient items, and you're seeing that's what he's been doing with his artifice, especially with powered and fueled by the ruidium crystals. It's pretty much created what used to be a roadblock, and is whatever magic of the divine gate that has prevents souls being locked into items with normal magic is being subverted somehow.
That sounds like your mistress might have a problem with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna snatch these papers up.
Yeah, so that's cursory glance on the top, so you get to pile in with a thorough investigation later. You definitely be able to get more mechanicals, what he's done and what he's been doing. Fuck yeah, Ludo, you start looking around, because we're definitely saving the best for last.
Why would a Dio get?
Yeah, see, you're looking at the person. There's a bunch of gems. There's a few diamonds and rubies, a bunch of platinum and gold in there, and you see this was basically going to be part of the payments at the end of what was supposed to happen here. And he says, "Yeah, he came in and scrambled my brain and just made me all silly. Hey, you find anything good over there?" And Ludo, as you're looking around, you find there's like a pair of gloves sitting up on top of this box.
Oh.
And
Cool.
you're taking a look at it. Yeah, there's some like nice, good like leather gloves, and then what looks like a small little bottle.
Well, yeah, let's snatch him up.
Yeah.
Gloves and a bottle? This guy was
Gloves
a
and a bottle.
real sicko. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Gloves in a bottle. Cool.
Awesome. And then with that 15, you see stacked underneath, hiding, there's like some clothing and stuff like that, and you go to move that, you see like a glint of shining underneath, and you see there's like a breastplate that's sitting inside that place as well. You got
Ooh. Another breastplate. Is this one marked so I can't wear it publicly?
and there's no markings on it. It's a burnished copper and looks like as if it was made out of interlocking gears. Merchant scales are emblazoned across the chest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's pick that up too.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
Gloves, a bottle, and a breastplate.
All right. Yeah. So fucking got yourself a stew, baby. All right. Now, Saeryn, your head, you're starting to like, you're just looking at the loot box right here. That's pretty much all you see. As
Guys, I think I got a 5-star.
this is just the cozy sound that just starts playing in your head as you start patting this noble down.
This guy who chased me across 2 continents now.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
All right. You find 25 platinum in his pocket. And just like a nice easy coin purse sitting there. You're looking at his equipment and his stuff on him. You see he has a hide armor that has now rendered useless underneath his vest. You see that might have been powered by his artifice. You ignore it. Around his neck is 1 bead left on that necklace. So you get a necklace fireball, 1 bead. He has a cross underneath, under where his hair is. It's hiding a headband that has wrapped around it. And it's just small, adorned with like some jewels and just like a golden artifice work. But you see this is a full-on magic item.
Yeah, say, did everybody
drop
stop
out?
talking?
Yeah, I saw. I was
Okay.
like, there must be some like really intense
Yeah,
like trinket
I know.
table
Oh.
rolls going on right
no.
now. You know?
No,
I mean,
been muted. I thought I
As works, I
unmuted
reloaded.
myself, but I hit it. I think the button hit twice when I unmuted. So
There's
no.
just gonna be a wonderful little like audio edit right there, and then it's all of us going back like, was that quiet?
Yeah.
All right. So
Cut this.
you found. Sorry. So I got everything with Ludo and stuff, right? Was it just Larry?
It was just the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I rolled the
Saeryn.
5d10,
you had the
my
glove,
0.
you had the gloves, the bottle, and
Yeah,
the
sorry.
brass chest
Apologies.
piece.
Yeah, this is just the vibing music that Saeryn pops in your head as you start looting this corpse. This is basically just a jackpot loot pile to you now. You pull out of that, his purse is 25 platinum pieces.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. See, I should have known I was muted when I didn't hear that reaction.
Yeah.
Uh,
I saw 25 and I was like, ooh, 25 gold.
around his
Yeah, that's what I
neck
thought,
is
too.
still 1 bead of what you saw him pull off for that neck fireball. So it's a
Oh,
1
jeepers.
bead charge necklace of fireball. He has a rapier that was like sitting in his side that he never even pulled out. That you see, it gets a pretty magical vibe, probably a +1. And then sitting around his head is a headband. Golden, adorned with some jewels, but it's like kind of like hiding and like sits like below like where the hair would be. And then you also, the bag says, "Oh, you got to pick up my brother, the handkerchief. He's sitting right there on the ground."
It was the first thing I looked at, because here's the thing: if he could put that whole thing in there, maybe we can put some stuff in here too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
that his brother will get the first. I'll burn a first level spell slot to identify.
Mm-hmm. As you cast Identify on this red handkerchief, you find what is called the Bag of Folding.
Oh, actually, I don't cast Identify using a spell slot. I cast Identify using a charge on my goggles.
Even better. Yeah, so this is basically the Bag of Folding. It counts as basically what would be a portable hole, but does need to be put on a surface. And it can be used to, like, contain, like, creatures and items and just be used to, like, drop something out. You reignite the handkerchief and you pick it up and, like, you're expecting and you're waiting for a voice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was, like, I'm gonna open it and I know it's gonna start talking.
Yeah, and you hear
that Saeryn says this out loud.
And then you're waiting and you don't hear anything, and you hear the bag of scolding, and he says, "Brother, well, talk to me. Oh, brother, where art thou?" And he says silence, and he says, "The last time I ever heard him speak to me was we were in Tanarin's dungeon, and he did experiments on us. I got turned into the bag. My brother got turned into the handkerchief. We were just some guys in the army doing a job, and he said we never returned." I was hoping I could talk to him one more time, but I don't think he came out the same as me. He did the experiments on him first, made him that. And then I became the bag.
Well, we're going to have to see what we can do about all this. I'm pretty sure Morgan's now going to be super excited about the idea of souls being captured in items. So we'll see what we can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will, like, unfold the whole thing and just kind of drop it on the ground. And I'm going to look inside because I want to see if there's anything in there.
You see immediately there's a lot of, like, arcane, like, some, like, gems, a few, like, what would be, like, arcane engines for, like, the Steel Defender, like, basically, like, a Tinkerer's Workshop kits and stuff like that, like, all the tools of artifice.
Bunch of useless crap.
Yeah, there's a bunch of potions and, some random stuff.
This is going to take me hours to identify a typewriter of bolding. Damn it! Got me.
I mean, is there really anywhere else to go from there?
Nowhere but down. That's so perfect.
I think.
It's gonna take me a long time to ritual identify everything. I poke my head and go, "Good to know," and I just grab Hythenos, I shove him in, and then I fold it all back up.
Mm-hmm.
And the Steel Defender.
And I will say you do see a staff in there as well.
I will not leave a staff even with a dead body of Hythenos. I'll pull that. I was like, "Well, we're not getting the body of staff."
There's a staff regeneration. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
was it with Crtiical Role, the cock ring of Revivify?
yeah.
Don't look bad.
So it's...
So I'll close that back up, fold it back. It doesn't talk while it's open, does it?
Nah.
Okay, I stick it in one of my many pockets.
But when it's folded up, you can't get it to shut up. Open, quiet as a mouse. Folded, it just talks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just keep. So I got the 25 platinum, got the. Oh gosh, so many things.
Yeah.
The fireballs. The fireball, really.
Yeah.
I've already added that one to my.
Platinum.
Fireball Platinum, the
Fireball.
necklace of Fireball.
Headband.
A
Bag of
headband that I don't
folding.
know, yeah.
Tinker
Write that one down.
shit. Steel Defender. Staff that was in there. And then Ludo found a bottle, a breastplate, and some gloves.
He's gonna walk up and, hey, does anybody know what this stuff is?
I take one look at the breastplate that he's got, and I'll hit on that with an. Oh no, I don't have any. I have to do it ritually now. I have them out of charges, and I don't have it prepared.
Maybe we should get back out of this area before.
Yeah, the fire is probably going to create some attention.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Maybe is there multiple ways out? We should.
Yeah, Dio's like, yeah, I got a way back over here that's not blown up.
There are more walls. We can just go through another wall.
Yeah, he says, yeah, without breaking our way out, I know a way. And he takes you and he like leads you down through this door and then up into this door behind this shop where there's just like a bunch of like scrolls and parchment and like the maps of like the city and stuff like that, through a secret tunnel that leads behind a storeroom over a bunch of crates that you come out through, and then you open some galley doors to pass behind the alley behind the butcher. Not convoluted at all.
No.
Nope. Followed that to a T.
And you all make your way out. I will need you all. You're trying to avoid detection as you make your way.
Yes.
Probably since there's a satyr that people want money for, and
Yeah. Dio looks at Saeryn and says, I'm so sorry, buddy. Use that staff there, and you have Tanarin's staff. Saeryn as well.
Yeah, I got that one down.
Yeah.
So far I have two
Fan-
Tenera staffs.
Yes. And he says, this is, I can, as with payments, here, and he holds out that dagger as well. If any of you need it, I think me bringing Saeryn into this twap is, I don't need any payment for any loot from this. I can go let the guild know, the Veil, that this job is off, and that Saeryn's no good for his word. And he'll just take a handful of like the gold and gems and platinum that he had looted. Like he grabbed this sack that had a bunch of money in it, and he says, I'll bring him back most of the retainer, but you guys probably use a little bit more for the trouble. And he'll lay out 100 gold pieces.
Hot dog. All right. That splits evenly 4 ways. So I think everyone just take 25 immediately.
Cool. Perfect. And then who took that platinum? Wait,
I'm gonna say
don't-
I did just
we
because
don't
I'm trying to
know about
remember
that.
that it's around, and I'll
Yeah.
figure that out in a second.
okay.
We don't know about that platinum at this point.
And Morgen, you're still grabbing like all those letters and correspondences. Like you see, this is like the juicy details and like the plans and the connections and stuff. So
Yeah, I'm going for that nitty gritty.
yeah, you're looking for that dirt. Oh my God! Did you hear?
We're gonna spread that drum.
Got that hot tea. Hot tea. So you all, Dio shows your way out, and you're able to make your way back out across town. Where would you all like to head?
I think we need a different place to stay.
I mean, canonically, we just murdered somebody, so
When I don't. No, we saved someone.
Mhm.
Hey, let's get our story straight. Dio murdered the guy.
That's true. He is known. We've heard on the streets that he is one of the biggest hitmen
He laughs. He says, "It
in the
won't
city.
hurt my reputation.
See, here we go.
If anything, I could use the sweet quad. You know, people they think of you as a big badass and a big scary person, but it turns out, you kind of get given things, so no one, wants to get on your bad side, and then you don't really have to do many jobs to stay afloat."
What is the
See?
most low end bar we can find? Like just absolute shit trash bar.
Let me think about it. I would normally say that that's Westbit. And then
Sounds helpful.
I know you guys been seeing what those weirdos at that one bar, the one with the weird sign, that first equips.
Is it the place we left the orphan?
Yeah. He says, you guys been in with that crew?
No, that's not really. No, that's we only there once. We really haven't had any other contact with them. Looking at the other party, like, right,
Right.
Yeah.
Morgan silently shaking her head.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of, how much gossip you heard around the town, but those familiar folk, right?
Is there anything up in like looking at Arlo, or yeah, Arlo I guess is what he's still calling him. It's like, is there anything up toward like the ridge area that we can go just to throw this dude off his like our case a little bit, just in case we go to that place and we don't want him to like know exactly where we are.
Smart move. I'm actually like towards the ridge.
Yeah.
Saeryn might know. Matt has only seen the Crtiical Role Wikipedia page, which has 2, maybe 3 bars on it.
Yeah, no worries.
So that's going to be me asking for a DM intervention on that one.
No worries. You're looking for a place like up near the ridge or like anywhere on the way?
It's does Saeryn know of anywhere up that way just to throw this dude off at this point, because we're probably going to go to where we left the orphan, but we don't want to tell him that off. Like, in my opinion, we don't want to tell him, yeah, we're going there. We want to tell him, yeah, no, we're going to head up to the ridge, I think, into
I see what you're
a
saying.
dive bar. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Would I know like a safe house or a Vale Tavern up in the ridge?
Most taverns would probably be mostly in like Sigil and Suncut Bazaar. Ridge is more of like an industrial type place. That's like where Forge and like the Skyship Port are.
Anything maybe in like abandoned warehouse or
yeah, you'd probably be able to
some
find like an abandoned warehouse or something like that if you spend some time looking.
Well, I think Dio, I think we're going to be heading up to the ridge, maybe hang out in an abandoned warehouse or something like that, so we can stay a little under the radar. We weren't trying to actually make too many waves when we got back in here because we were going to be leaving soon. So maybe we just hit up there and kind of roof it in one of the warehouses tonight.
Oh well, yeah, no, I can understand that. Say, give me a day at most, and I should be able to, I should be able to keep things, get the heat off, and we'll let y'all, be able to figure out plans from there, and then I could try and try and meet up with me somewhere. I'm gonna guess that you don't want to do that job anymore, huh?
To be honest with you, I think I need to get out of this city for a little bit, and so might not be in town for that one.
Don't worry, I think I have sort of a new team in town I can hire for the job.
Awesome. I'm glad at least the job's getting done. I know where you're going with this.
2 teams, perfect.
What?
And then so I think I'll tell them we're heading up to like a ridge warehouse, and then we can go basically wherever we want after Dio leaves to tell his Vale contacts that the deal with Hythenos is off.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he says, yeah, I'll when I find you, I'll be able to let you know any good news. You said you're heading out of town again?
Yeah, sooner rather than later.
Anything you need help with? Any information you need about anything?
Do you have a map of the Southern Desert?
Might be able to find one for you.
We'll try and contact you before we leave then, so we can meet up and get that from you.
All right.
Actually, do you know anyone who already has one? Because I can just go meet them, and then we don't have to be seen in public together putting a spotlight on you.
I'll be able to do. I can arrange a dead drop wherever you're at.
Awesome, sounds good.
All right.
Let's use the place from the what was it? What was that job? The one that was in the Sigil district? No, it was in the guided district. We did the job in the guided district.
Oh yeah, was that the one with the two loaves one?
No, not that one.
Oh no! Oh, you're thinking of thinking of Baby in this bottle.
Yeah, the baby's in the bottle, and the one with it had the wolf's head. The wolf's head, it was above the mantle, and we broke the jaw on it.
Oh, and then it can crash down and spill the soup all over the ambassador.
Yeah. Let's use that drill.
Okay, yeah.
Just the nonsense.
Technically, I barely know Thieves' Cant, but you all are still maybe that is Thieves' Cant.
Maybe.
Right, like he started shouting out like old plays you guys used to do, and he's like, "Oh no, you mean the one specific job?"
Yeah, we're gonna give him the old clam chowder. But
All
yeah,
right.
at that point, I think we split off from Dio and then figure out where we want to actually spend the night, because we probably could use an abandoned warehouse, or we could go to the place with the orphan, depending on what everyone wants to do.
I think with enough money, I think they're low enough. We can at least pay for anonymity there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Jobs.
Oh yeah. So you're heading to the first eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They owe us a little bit. We owe them a little bit. It's equal if they.
Yeah, you kind of.
Not having a high end target at them. It's a good place to go.
All right. Make your way, and it cuts you. So you start after you do the little north cut with Dio. You do a little bit of that backtrack through the Sand Herald district, and make your way down through the Sun Cut Bazaar. And I would say it is actually starting to get sundown. So the first time, this splash is appropriate.
Yeah,
You make your way. We did it.
Ooh, it's so good.
As you make your way.
More like Ankh Pastels.
Oh.
All right. I'm signing out.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
there's
Yeah.
hawkers, streetwears,
Done.
people trying to get
That's
your
okay.
attention. You make your way quickly, and you head to the First Eclipse Tavern. As you make your way in, you are greeted by the Dragonborn bartender who works there.
The name of
Satrak. Satrak Runestrider, that's it. I remembered it 3 seconds, like a half a second before my eyes found it on the page. Blue Dragonborn, Satrak Runestrider. As he comes in, he sees you all enter, and he's like, "Oh, welcome back, welcome." Oh no, welcome back. It's been a while since we've seen you all. That's his voice.
What do you mean, seen us?
Oh,
That doesn't
are we
resonate
speaking in
at all.
riddles now?
I don't actually have very great charisma.
Yeah.
I mean, it's decent. It's 12, but still.
I think it's higher than Mox. I think Mox's charisma is like a
Yeah.
negative. -1 is 9.
I think
Yeah,
Sam
he
jumped
still talks.
specifically so Mox wouldn't, and it's just not
Yeah.
that big of an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he says, so are we speaking in riddles, or do you have a meaning?
I mean, riddles have meaning. And okay, now I'm just being a dick to the poor guy. I'm sorry.
It says, Loisha is in the back right now if you need her.
No, I think mostly what we need is a little bit of food in the belly and a little bit of place to lay our heads.
Well, that we can do. That is what this business pretends to be after. And
And pretends it does a great job of it. Should be an actor.
yeah, let you all move over to the map. You are in the first eclipse.
Cool.
I was about to say, oh God, we're not here again, are we?
Nope. And he says, so you need Elisha from the back? Or just a place to stay? We had asked you all about the job that's coming up soon. If you were all still interested in advancing through the ranks.
The issue with the job is that we actually have to run a very tight turnaround timetable. We have to get out of the city again for yet another damn thing. So maybe if we're back in time, but we'll see how it ends up.
She'll go. Let me
If you're looking for a yes or no right now, if you're looking for a yes or no right now, it's gonna have to be a no right now.
Yeah, and he'll
just because I can't. I don't want to tell you yes and then be outside the city somewhere, maybe on another continent. I don't know, and then you don't have anyone to do the job, and then you look bad, and I don't want you to look bad. I'm really doing this for you.
Yeah, appreciate the thoughtfulness. I'll let you in the back, and you can talk to Elisha now if you want to.
Okay.
And as he shows you on back, everyone's favorite. Let's see if I can find her.
I mean, we don't have to.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk to her. We can just go to bed.
She can be a lot. To be fair. I do acknowledge that.
If we just pay a little bit more, and he Mox will slide out 2 more gold coins per room, and we're not here tonight, and no one has seen us. Just sort of looking at the Dragonborn.
Mm-hmm. And he says, well, no one from outside this tavern will know you entered. Obviously, people within the organization will need to know.
I think that might be fine, but anybody else asking, you don't know anybody about our descriptions?
Never seen you all before. Don't want to again.
Good man.
Well, hold on a second.
It would be like one of those things. No. That's cool. No.
Not unpacking.
Yep, nope.
Alright, so I say you guys all just still go and avoid Elisha to go to your studying and just try and get a room.
I've got so much magical gear on me, I really do not need her detecting magic at me and then getting weird about it, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe more we don't need to speak with her, we just need a room and no one knows we're here. It's the consensus.
Sometimes I think she's flirting with me, and then I think maybe she hates me. It's really back and forth.
Well, maybe, if she has anything for you, or if you all need any assistance with any of your jobs coming up, although if you don't pull weight with the organization, then you won't be able to get far or rely on too many favors. Silence comes at a price, after all.
That's what the gold's for.
That's why I thought. I mean,
that's my silence.
Oh.
But the owl, she'll want her fee as well. And she doesn't care about the cold.
Did anybody else almost say who at that point? When he mentioned owl. Was it just me?
I mean, the owl.
The party.
One of the leaders of the organization. What do you mean? Oh, you have not met her yet.
No. Okay.
I believe it's whom.
It's probably whom. I'm grammatically incorrect.
All right, so you all retreat, get your rooms. He says,
"You're such dicks to everybody." God.
It's just funny because, he's just all right, whatever. You guys are being really weird to my questions, but whatever. I'm kind of used to it. I'm asking you one thing and you're saying something else completely different, it's a different conversation.
Very dodgy. It's very weird.
But you all are able to take some time, relax. I can say if you want to take up to a short rest.
that it, eh?
Well,
Sure.
say just cover up to that time. Let's Saeryn do any identifying, and if there's any conversations or plans you guys want to have in this immediate moment.
I'll run ritual identifiers on basically everything we found,
Fuck yeah,
except for the stuff that's in the handkerchief for folding,
awesome.
because that just looks like that's like hours of work. It sounds like in there, so that can happen at a later time.
Oh yeah. All right, so just want to start at the top.
Let's start with the stuff that Ludo got actually.
Fuck yeah. All right. Ludo, you present to him the gloves, the battle, and the breastplate. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with the gloves.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's work our way up.
All right.
Whoa.
These
Missile catching.
regular
I'm calling it.
gloves, they're sitting there. They're most like leather worked, and they kind of fit easily over hand. These are gloves of thievery.
Oh.
Ooh.
While wearing these gloves, they are invisible. While wearing them, you gain a +5 bonus to dexterity sleight of hand checks and dexterity checks made to pick locks.
Whoa.
Jeepers.
I mean,
What is next?
who? What is next? That's it. What's next?
Well,
Yeah, sorry, I'll let you guys
one
figure that.
thing.
I mean, that's just really nice. Is this the you sent the 2024 item? Was there a 2014 item that we should be aware of, or anything like that?
Nope, guess not. Guess it was just been showing my thing.
He sent what he sent.
Sounds good.
That's the
They're
link.
probably not that different. I do remember Gloves of Thievery in the 2014 version. But,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was.
Let me.
let's. I think I want to know what's in this this potion.
That
Alright.
battle.
Bottle.
You find
The boy.
1 second. Where did you go? Finding all of the different links. They come back to that one. No. Got it. Here somewhere. There's so much shit here. Sorry, y'all. Roll a d6.
Ludo, roll a d6.
All right. 3.
So subtract 1. You have what is a spell bottle. Spell bottle can store one spell up to 5th level at a time, but right now it currently contains a spell level of 2. When it is empty, a creature can cast a spell of 1st through 5th level into it by casting, and it has no effect besides being stored in the bottle. While holding the bottle, you can cast the stored spell, uses the spell slot, spell DC, attack bonus, and the spell casting ability of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell. If you're holding the bottle when you see a creature casting a spell within 60 feet of you, you can open the bottle as a reaction and attempt to interrupt the spell. The creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell has no effect, and is stored in the bottle. If it's 4 or higher, making it a intelligence check DC 10 plus spells level on success stores it. A counter spell
These are
battery.
Cool items. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is a
Who
very
wants
nice
that?
one. We will have to figure out, like, because I was thinking we could have like a really nice healing spell put into the bottle from Morgen, and then someone else can hang on to it in case we need to heal Morgen.
Yeah, lots of great fucking uses.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. He had the breastplate.
Yep.
All right. This one.
Whoa.
Breastplate of balance. When it has 4 charges, you can use charges in the following way to equalize. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, expend a charge, take reaction, prevent the roll from being affected by advantage or disadvantage. As a bonus action, you can expend 2 charges to cast Lesser Restoration. Regains 1d4 at dawn. Breastplate of Balance.
That's pretty cool.
Very neat.
Then, of course, then you have the Speed Fireball necklace, Bag of Folding.
Yeah. The bag of folding. Yeah, that's what it's called. Hold on a second. I gotta fix that.
Yeah, we'll get.
I haven't listened. I haven't,
We'll
haven't
get
saved
that
it
made,
as
yeah.
handkerchief of folding, but that's got to be like we have to build that.
Yeah. I'll be able to get that on the page. All right. And then next, you have the headband.
Yeah, let's go with Tanarin's headband.
That is a headband of intellect.
Jeepers.
While wearing this item, creature's intelligence becomes 19.
Slightly better than what I currently have.
Oh, can I not find the?
Well, I'm just gonna add it.
2014?
I'm just gonna add it to my bags right now, and then we'll figure out who can use some of
Yeah.
these.
I can't find the 2014 one, so it's the same thing. So I'll just do the 2024. Whatever. Thanks, Wizards. All right.
All right, let's move on to the staff that I found inside the bag of folding.
Mm-hmm. Is a staff of ivory claw. Topped with a small dragon claw carved from ivory. You gain a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. Whenever you score a critical hit with a spell attack, they take an extra 3d6 radiant damage.
Jeepers.
Or it's attunement by a spellcaster.
I'm again just gonna add this to the bag of scolding, but this I actually we'll have to because we're gonna have to like I'm probably gonna have to like play around with attunement slots and whatnot to use any of these. So a lot of this like Morgen, this might be good for you to have if you're casting anything that has to hit.
I do my main necrotic spell, the inflict wound.
Yeah, because we're still using the old rules for that one because it's much better.
But yeah, I'll just add that to the bag of scolding, figure that out. Then can I get the Tanarin staff that
You see,
that he was holding?
this was a staff worked of artifice that was basically working as a rod of capable of casting the dominate monster spell. But you see that it's no really longer powered through his because it was his artifice magic that helped create it. But you do see a big fat ruidium crystal inside it.
Well, we're just going to take that off and add it to the other ruidium crystals that we
Awesome.
have.
So you grab the ruidium crystal with your hand.
I sighed the second you said that. I just didn't have the button pressed. But yeah, I think Sarah's like, well, this thing doesn't really magic anymore, so we're just going to have to, I guess we'll just take this crystal.
All right, so you grab that with your hand. I would need
Yeah.
Mox also from grabbing red crystal from the sentinel earlier. Both of you give me charisma saving throws.
Oh, that's going to go well.
Is this considered a spell?
No.
Damn it.
9. I rolled a 10.
I got lucky.
Make sure both my characters are poisoned, but by ruidium.
Yep. Mox, where you had you look down at your paw now, and you see where the you had grabbed that ruidium earlier. There's a little bit of that red residue stuck on your finger.
Okay.
A small little mark.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else for now.
That doesn't look good.
And then Saeryn, you grab it, and I think like you're able to like get rid of it before you are able to have any effect there.
Whoa! Oh, we're not doing that without gloves.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Aaron.
Yeah, that's fine.
You said it earlier, and then I asked him like, "Should you pick it up
Yeah.
with your hands?" And I'm like, oh, "Damn it!"
Yeah. Well, he would have used his tinker tools, but I mean, he probably would have handled it at one point.
Yeah, to be able to grab and put
Yeah,
it all the
move
way,
it, move
handle
it,
it,
yep.
yeah. That very precise, but you definitely notice, and I'll say with your passive, Morgan, you are able to recognize that that bit on him right there.
Anything we should be worried about there?
I don't know. It just came off the crystal. I thought it's just maybe some residue.
Weird.
I don't know. I haven't seen it before. I mean, I don't really know too much about this. I haven't done any research on it. I was more interested in, you said something about the crystals, and I got some pieces from the automaton also.
Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, actually, in this bag of folding, there's a whole bunch of artificer junk that you might be interested in. I don't know if you can use it for anything, but if you're tinkering with stuff, he was kind of a tinkerer guy, so.
Maybe I can do a few things. I mean, I don't know if I can bring like an automaton back to life or anything, but I can always give it a shot.
Yeah, it's definitely when you're looking at it, it's a bunch of cool items and potential
Just fun
magical
things to play with,
arcane
yeah.
gems. Yeah, Artificer fun workshop, and I will
Yeah.
say I believe that was all of the items that needed
Yeah.
identifying. You all have these moments. Mock's pondering about that little red rash. You all are preparing for essentially heading out into the desert. I'll say you can end it here if anyone had any plans or conversations you all want to do before then.
No.
Any bearing or planning?
I think at this point, I think we all know we're trying to head south, right, to help the dragon out.
Yeah, I will bring up to the party that Hythenos was really, really interested in the pit, and that he was going to have either send a team or go himself into the big, what's it called, pit that's in town. And he mentioned that there's a lot of ruidium down there, and he also mentioned that it can be used to do things like punch holes through the plains and make gates. And do other stuff that magic isn't supposed to be able to do.
Yeah, that sounds
So.
like drama.
Let's get out of town for that. Ugh.
All right, you all take that time. I'll say you can go ahead, click any short rest in this moment, unless you want to make it a long rest, and just crash stay in overnight. And then next session we can pick up any plans, anything you do over the evening, any preparations or studies, or just head on out. We'll figure it out there. On the next episode of Call of Netherdeep. I don't know, works for Dragon Ball Z. Why not us?
Yeah, why not?
Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. Such a great ending.
Bye.